and welcome to Pixel Power Play right here in downtown Toronto. We are having a great time showcasing Canadian made games. The developers are here. We're about to speak to a developer in just a moment. But I just want to say shout out to all the Canadians in chat. If you're Canadian, put a Canadian flag down there. Shout out to all the Torontonians and just everyone tuning in. Thank you so much. Now, what we're going to do throughout the stream today is we're going to talk to a lot of different developers that have created games, are showcasing their games to a room full of gamers. We're going to try to drag them over here and also show off their games as well. And some of these games are actually available on Steam right now. So it's going to be lots of fun. I'm excited to be hosting. My name's Camille. And our first developer we have is from Neo Harbor Rescue Squad. And this is Benjamin. Benjamin, how are you doing? Thank you for having, coming in here and having the time to speak to us. You know what? When I say the name of your game, I just want to say it like Neo Harbor Rescue Squad. I don't know why. I just feel like, Saturday morning cartoon vibes.
We actually have all the voice actors yelling that at some point in the game.
Are you trolling me?
No.
See, you just have to say it. You just have to say it.
Right.
It is great. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your game?
Sure. Yeah. So Neo Harbor Rescue Squad is a paramedic action drama. It's actually based on real paramedic stories by our friend who's a paramedic in Hong Kong. Big anime and manga nerds, so we just said let's just make a big like shonen anime style
That is so cool.
action game about being a paramedic. So you play mini games, make dialogue choices. You got to deal with the public, and it's meant to replicate like the frantic nature of just going out into the field and trying to deal with a person as a paramedic.
It's pretty interesting because, I definitely get the manga inspiration, the anime inspiration, the dialogue,
Right.
all that's coming in. But in terms of gameplay, there's a lot of, like you said, mini games. So what would you say, like, the main type of gameplay here for gamers that are watching? What would you say, like, if they're interested in a certain type of gameplay, what would appeal to them about this game?
So if you've played something like Cooking Mama or WarioWare, those are our main gameplay inspirations. Stuff that you can learn quickly, that are going mini games that are going to happen real fast, and you're going to have to do the different variations of them over and over again, and they just get like more complicated, more elaborate, and we start switching stuff up on you. So you never have to remember too much at once. You just have to deal with everything in the moment.
Okay, so it could get very hectic at
Absolutely.
paralleling being a paramedic
That's right.
as well. Now, is there a story? Is there one character that we're following throughout this journey?
Right, so you play as the rookie to the Neo Harbor Rescue Squad. It's literally your first day in the job, your first mission. You haven't even put your stuff down yet. And you go with the squad to sort of restore your reputation. You have a rivalry with the fire department, who are like the big talkers. They get all the funding. They're the cool ones. Everyone likes them. And you're like the underdog. So as you go through the missions, you'll be interviewed. You'll have to deal with the public and make decisions there. And people will react to some of your performance throughout the game. And
Yeah.
your job is to just like, don't screw it up. Don't make your boss look bad.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of The Rookie. Do you know that show,
Yeah.
The Rookie, lately? So I feel that vibe.
Yeah.
Do you watch a lot of like medical dramas, or was there any inspiration in that?
Yeah, and a lot of like classic shonen manga has a lot of these great storylines of like someone starts and they have to like find themselves, the power of friendship, teamwork, and like learn how to be the best that they can be, and while all this like drama and other stuff crashes all around them. And that was kind of our impetus. Like everything is just go, 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 super fast, usually pretty lighthearted, but
Yeah.
there's always some new challenge around the corner.
Oh my gosh, there's an anime I'm thinking of where it's like it's about the body.
Cells at Work?
Cells at Work.
Yeah. That was an inspiration for sure.
I'm like, this is giving me Cells at Work vibe.
Yeah, totally. The great uniforms and all the goofiness.
Exactly. What would you say going through the whole process of developing this game, and the characters? What would you say is your favorite character throughout your game?
So my favorite character in the game is Betty Wu. She's the villain of the story, and she's like a nefarious reporter who seems to have it in for you. She seems to always side with the fire department and always give you sort of the short end of the stick. And she's the best because villains are the most fun to write and have. And anytime something is going wrong, she gets to make fun of you. She reacts to things that you've done on the scene, like your performance in certain situations. And she was the best character to develop.
Ooh, I love that. I'm going to have to check out what she brings to the story. Let's talk about your studio. And you're an independent developer here in Toronto. But the interesting thing is, Ben, you also are making this game or made this game alongside your wife.
That's right. Yeah.
How is that dynamic?
So we're called Bancy Co. because it's Ben and Nancy. And we've been doing this together for 13 years. The way I like to say it is that we're both creative directors, but one of us will usually take the lead on a project and then sort of say, yeah, this isn't, this is working, not working. But let's be honest. I'm the dancing monkey. Nancy's the smart one. That's how this works.
All right. So Nancy's carrying.
Yes.
Okay. No, stop joking around. You both are bringing equal amounts to the project, and we're so happy that we've got a chance to see it right here. And where can everyone get their hands on the game?
So you can get Neo Harbor Rescue Squad right now on PS5, PS4, and Steam. And I can't say where just yet, but it will be coming to another platform this year.
Ooh, okay. I have my thoughts on some platforms that may be perfect for this game, and I can't wait to try it out myself. Thank you so much, Ben, for coming in and chatting with us. Make sure to check out Neo Harbor Rescue Squad, and really, it looks like such a fun game. I can't actually wait to play myself.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back.
It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chap, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Welcome to TennoCon, the first ever event of its kind. Happy 10 years.
Thank you, all of you.
we are going to have a live music performance.
It's time for some classic giveaways.
We have people from Argentina to Japan, from Singapore to Utah. Tenno from everywhere have come today to celebrate what makes being a Tenno so special.
It's here for Soulframe, everybody.
TennoCon is a celebration of all that's happened this past year, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Ranger Hard Charge tea isn't your grandma's iced tea, unless your grandma is a world-class arm wrestling champ. Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged tea. Hard tea with more bite.
Hello and welcome back to Pixel Power Play right here in the heart of downtown Toronto. I'm here with Lee from Alien Trap. Lee, how are you doing?
Hello. Doing good.
Have you been enjoying the showcase? It's pretty busy in there.
Yeah, mostly just walking around, checking out other games. I haven't been watching my game as much as I probably should be.
Oh, you probably should. But there are a lot of games here, and it's good to support other independent developers as well. But let's talk about Alien Trap and your team. What is the game that you guys are here to present today?
It's called DuneCrawl. It's a action RPG. Like, we started as like Sea of Thieves inspired with a little bit of Zelda and this game called Lovers in Danger Space Time. Not a lot of people know about it, but the Lovers in Danger Space Time, I mean. But essentially, we wanted to make a game like that where you're cooperative with friends, local co-op, and like one person's manning one station, the other one's manning another one. The whole game's actually based, like, this doesn't show it yet, but you're on that giant crab, and you each have different roles on the giant crab. So like one guy can use the cannon, one guy's loading the cannon, one guy's driving, that sort of thing. So it's a co-op adventure like that. And we're kind of Sea of Thieves inspired, where it's a giant open world that you're navigating.
That's so cool.
The crab's like your ship. And then, yeah. I could get into the story a little bit, but I'm not the best at that.
Well, let's talk about maybe because what really stands out to me is just how beautiful the animation is, the illustration. What drew your team to go through this style?
Right, yeah. I am the programmer rather than the artist, so I like made it work rather than made it look. But yeah, it was a lot of iteration, I guess. Like, but that's kind of how we do things. It actually started this game as a horror survival title.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's how it started, and we're here at DuneCrawl.
I don't know how. Like, it's hard to even remember how it kind of slowly happens. Like, I think it kind of just we had the perspective. We figured out a unique way to do the rendering of the game. Like, because all the environment art is actually 2D drawn, but the characters are 3D, so there's like this weird mix. But yeah, it started as a survival horror title. It was really like bleak and snowy. It's called. I shouldn't actually say what it's called, because we might still call a game that. And then I think we didn't really like the idea of making a slow survival title, so we started to add a little bit more action. The action pointed us in the direction of like, okay, well, what's a cool environment to have? And we like the idea of sort of a desert world.
Yeah.
And then
and crabs, apparently.
Well, crabs actually were like there's a lot of things that came later, which is that I'm thinking in retrospect. Like, the guys all have these like the villains are all clay heads. And for some reason, that hooked into crabs. And actually, crabs came pretty late, too, because it used to be a giant machine you were on.
Oh, wow.
Like a sand crawler thing in Star Wars. But I think someone on the team had the idea to, wouldn't it be cool if it was actually, like, wouldn't you care more about your thing if it had eyes and you could look at you and it was a giant crab? And that was, like, the best decision I think we made. And then also the idea of making it online co-op.
Yeah.
Came super late, too, where I just really love Sea of Thieves, and I always wanted to make a game like Lovers in Danger Space Time. So we kind of combined all these ideas together.
And it's 4 players?
Yeah,
okay.
4-player, local, and online. And then you can do something like 2 players on one machine, 2 players on the other one. It's all.
All right. Well, I know you program the game, but you also know the story. So take us through like the journey. What are players expecting hopping into this game story-wise?
Yeah, story-wise. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty brutal at pitching that. But like, I really like so my partner Jesse is the artist and also handles the narrative, and I like when he gets a little bit weird. So that's kind of the way I like to push it, like a little bit. So the story is it's kind of it's more about the world, I'd say, like this weird crab world where you have all the people in the village worship crabs. So often when you go and talk to them, the only thing they'll talk about is crabs. And then your enemy is these things called vassals, and they have clay pots in their head. And it's hard to even remember what way we went. We talked so much about different angles of what are these things with clay on the head and why they have clay on the head. And we're still figuring out the end of the story, like how it kind of goes. But yeah, that's what as many details as I get. There's a little bit too also with the masks that you see on the players and how that ties into the story.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like that's kind of a standout. I guess that does play out in the story, but it's secret right now.
Yeah, kind of. Like again, we've been through so many iterations. The game used to be all about the masks that were we had, and then once we added a crab, we were like, okay, we love crabs, and then so that it became all about that.
I feel like we need a crab plushie for DuneCrawl. I don't know. Maybe you could pitch your team on that. But let's talk about the gameplay, because I'm seeing that you're able to interact a lot with the environment too as you're going around.
Yeah, that's a really Zelda inspired,
Yes.
I guess. Yeah, that's kind of where we got that. Like a lot of picking up things, a lot of I don't know. I think I also really just love Grand Theft Auto and like games like that, where you're just hopping between vehicles, and they're kind of like there's not like it's not like Zelda where you have a horse and it's always the same horse. It's like you got a vehicle for a bit until you destroy it, then you hop in another one.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's what it was before, and then we realized that people really didn't like the little beetle thing that you get on. People didn't really like those dying, and they really didn't like those being the enemy. So the way it works in the game is that they kind of die, but they kind of like you can always bring them back to life by getting this thing called bug gack in the world, and then you can drive it again. So that's why we made the enemies not crabs. They're actually these weird
like
clay
mecha crabs kind of thing.
Yeah, it was kind of just over time. Like it used to be two crabs fighting each other, and then people were like, "I don't want to hurt this other crab."
It's so cute.
Yes.
How can you hurt it?
Yeah, so it was just over time we slowly adjusted things.
Now, in RPG fashion, are there different roles that you could take in, or like select your type of character or the type of weapons that you are going to be using?
Yeah, it's very open world. You pick up items as you go. You select the mask. You can select a tunic. Those tunics have different effects. The masks have different effects. Try to be very RPG inspired in that way, and take advantage of that it's an open world. So like one thing that we try to do is rather than just have the usual open world thing where it's like one main quest and the rest are kind of side quests that aren't as fun. It really is that every quest in the game is kind of part of the story and part of like they're all equivalent. There's no linear path, because I felt when you have an open world game and you still have to go this quest and this quest and this quest, those could have just been a linear level one after the other. So this is like as soon as the game starts, as soon as you get past the intro sequence, which is like a 20-minute, that's what we're showing out there, it just opens up completely and you can go anywhere, do anything, and do any of the quests. And then once you do enough of those quests, then there's like the big arching story beat happens, and then that's kind of how we structured things.
Now, obviously, your team at Alien Trap is an independent studio.
Yep.
How is that, in terms of coming from Toronto, developing a game? I know this is very far. There's not a lot of desert in Toronto, but were there any influences locally that went into the game?
Well, the main influence I had of the game is the game that Lovers in Danger Space Time, and that is a Toronto developer. So like I'd say a lot of the influence is just playing other Toronto devs games, and then being inspired by them or trying to compete with them in a sense of who could make the better game. So that was very influential, I'd say.
Yeah. And then working with how big is your team at Alien Trap?
We're 11 people now.
Oh wow.
Which is pretty big. Like for a lot of development, we've been our first game came out in 2005, so we've been around a long time. But most of the time when we were a studio, we were like 2-3 people. And then we grew a little bit for our last game called Witchwood, and then now we're 11 people, and it's pretty good. We have multiple projects, so like there's probably 6 people on this one, a few people on another one. We have about 3 at once. Usually.
Now, in terms of your game that came out in 2005, Witchwood, and with DuneCrawl, are there any similarities fans have played the first game that may want to see what else your team has developed, if there's a similar play style or something that will attract them to DuneCrawl?
Yeah, well, Witchwood came out in 2021.
2021.
And then our first game was 2005, but that was a long time ago. That was on like the Quake 1 engine.
Oh,
everyone remembers that. And then it was super, yeah. But I think the main thing that people are going to take away from our games like this is the art and the world. So the Witchward has a really beautiful world, really amazing art, and I think people will notice the same thing in DuneCrawl.
Well, yeah, I noticed it off the bat when the trailer played. It's just really beautiful world. Thank you so much, Lee, for having the time to come in and talk to us about DuneCrawl. But I want to know, where can we get our hands, or when can we get our hands on DuneCrawl?
The demo's out now on Steam, so it's part of the Steam Next Fest. And then we're hoping for, I almost again said like our release date, but I got to stop just saying things.
You can't say that yet.
We're planning this year, definitely.
Okay, and then where can everyone follow to get more information about DuneCrawl?
Our various social media accounts or just Steam.
Okay.
Wishlisting on Steam is probably the best way.
All right. Well, thank you a lot, Lee, again. And thank you all for watching this developer breakdown. We're going to be back with more games, more developers, so stay tuned right after this break.
It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Welcome to TennoCon, the first ever event of its kind. Happy 10 years.
Thank you, all of you.
We are going to have a live music performance.
It's time for some classic giveaways.
We have people from Argentina to Japan, from Singapore to Utah. Tenno from everywhere have come today to celebrate what makes being a Tenno so special.
It's here for Soulframe, everybody.
TennoCon is a celebration of all that's happened this past year, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Ranger Hard Charge tea isn't your grandma's iced tea. Unless your grandma is a world-class arm wrestling champ. Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged tea. Hard tea with more bite.
Hello and welcome back to Pixel Power Play right here in Toronto. I am here with Ronan, and we are going to be talking about Breach the Abyss and an update that's coming for the game. But before we do that, everyone just put some love in chat for all the developers that we've seen. It's so great to have everyone here at the showcase. It's been really busy in the room in the back there.
Totally. I mean, the other room is so noisy, and like here it's like night and day.
I know, so quiet. And then over there has all the gamers trying out all the games, which is pretty exciting for a lot of independent developers, I would imagine, for yourself as well.
Yeah, we always love to see people playing our games, enjoying them, giving us feedback. We love it. We appreciate it.
Well, let's talk about your game, Breach the Abyss, which came out last October. You mentioned. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll get into Anomaly, which is the recent update.
Yeah, so Breach the Abyss is a wave-based action roguelike. You play as the janitor going through these maps and shooting through hordes of alien invaders. And as you make your way through, you'll be contacted by a mysterious deity from the abyss, enticing you with a intriguing deal.
Oh, okay. The mystery, the suspense.
There's lots of mystery, lots of story to uncover, and the whole thing about the game is coming back stronger and perseverance.
Okay. So what kind of gameplay are we seeing here? Like, we're seeing it on screen, but can you explain more about the gameplay elements of Breach the Abyss?
Yeah, so you should expect waves of enemies to be coming at you. It's pretty intense shooting action. You are equipped with a weapon and a melee attack, and over time you'll be collecting upgrades and making different kinds of builds. These upgrades play off of each other in different ways. So there's lots to discover, lots to build, and lots of play styles to mess around with.
Yeah, I saw the Gunner's class that is available in the game. What other classes are available?
So the game started with a Rifleman class, Light Gunner, Brute, and Marksman class. And in the last few updates, we added a Grenadier, an Assassin, and the Heavy Gunner.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about Abyss and that update. How does that expand on the other two updates that your team introduced?
So the Anomaly update, the main thing it introduces is the upgrade modifier system. So occasionally you'll find anomalies on your upgrades, as you can see on the screen right here, an anomaly, which will inflict a random negative effect on your upcoming wave. So it adds a little bit to the decision-making process. So you think a little bit harder about what upgrades you want to take, adding some like risk-reward in there. There is also a last chance feature, which if you do not take an upgrade that has become last chance, then it will be removed from the pool. So it's another kind of risk-reward thing, adding more decision-making.
We love the decision-making that you're pulling into the game, but yes, continue.
Okay, and then the last thing, just one last thing, is we added a new enemy called the Seeker, which is this gross little flying eyeball thing. It'll try to rush towards you and explode.
See, that's the thing. When I'm playing games like this, it's like those are the enemies you don't want to interact with because like they'll come out of nowhere and you think you got your horde like intact and you're able to manage it, and then something like the Seeker shows up and you're just like, oh no, all this is just going to waste. In terms of the enemies that you encounter in this game, what would you say is your top, like your favorite enemy?
Favorite? Many people might disagree on this, but I like the Spitter. It is an annoying enemy, definitely. It's the one that shoots little projectiles at you. I just really like how it looks. I like that it's annoying. And they've just been a nice little enemy to interact with. They kind of keep the game together, I'd say.
Keep it intact.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for new players going into your game? I know it could sometimes feel intimidating if you're not used to a game where you're dealing with waves of enemies and they're coming from all different directions. But we have a developer here, and it's our opportunity now to get a tip for Breach the Abyss.
Okay. This is a new question I've never really been asked.
Well, like, how do you go through
yeah,
it? Like, what would you say is the easiest way to tackle a game like this if you haven't experienced something like this before?
So I'd say just, take your time to familiarize yourself with the controls. So in the game, we offer lots of little break times where you're not in intense action. So you can spend that time to kind of explore the map and get used to the layout. Also, just like mess around with your moveset and just get used to using everything together, because this game really relies on you using all your moves in conjunction with each other. And honestly, just take your time and push through, persevere. That's part of the game. It's okay to die. Don't worry. You're meant to come back stronger each time. You learn more. You get better. And each time you will get further, and eventually you'll beat it.
Endurance is key.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, where did the idea of Breach the Abyss come from?
So actually, it started out as just a project to be a wave-based shooter, and our team was thinking of lots of other games to kind of pick inspiration from, but there wasn't really any specific one that we were trying to emulate. So we were really just picking and choosing little things to put together. We were trying to just make it for fun. And I'd say like top inspirations, maybe The Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon, and Call of Duty Zombies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's like an interesting inspiration for
Yeah,
a game like this.
It's definitely different in looks and mechanics. As Zombies is a first-person shooter, but we're taking a lot of the sort of arena-style elements where you're just in a map and there's like hordes of enemies.
You gotta loot those zombies.
Yeah.
And then from there,
From there, we had a base to work off of. We had our, wave system, wave break, and our core mechanics. And since then, we kind of just been adding upgrades and enemies that we just thought were cool. Yeah.
And the janitor. Why the janitor?
It's funny.
For the lulz.
It was a little bit for the lulz. Because we were thinking, other games like this, okay, you would expect like a soldier of some kind.
That's true.
Yeah, something like that. We're just like, what would be a little weird and quirky? A janitor. There is a little bit of story behind it. So he is the janitor of this facility. And when the aliens started invading, everyone was evacuated. And this character stayed behind on purpose because they had an objective to avenge their friend who fell to the abyss.
Okay. All right. And then the mystery of the deal.
Yeah. The deal does play off of that. You'll learn more once you start getting into the game. As you go further, this deity will entice you more and more. And as you die, you'll encounter more cutscenes and you'll learn more about the janitor's past.
Now, we talked about you are local to the city of Toronto. Is there any Toronto inspiration or anything locally or, from your experiences that went into developing the game?
Sure. So all of us were from a Centennial College. We're all graduates. And I'd say most of the time we've been working with our fellow classmates, and we've been going to events like Level Up and CNE, and seeing just like all the local devs and all their games, and being inspired by that. So
yeah, there's a lot of local developers, independent developers here, and I keep hearing the same thing, like being inspired by other indie developers to create these games from projects sometimes that started off in school. I know a lot of them as well. So it's really cool that you guys have done that. How big is your team, and what is that dynamic, maybe working with a small team?
Our team is consisted of 6 people, and
That's still a good size for independent.
Yeah, it's a moderate size.
Yeah.
And we're not solo devs, obviously. But we've been working together since college, so we just really have that tight team dynamic. We found that, we worked really well together, and so we just kind of stuck together.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
What was probably, starting off to develop a game and then creating this really cool story with a weird twist and a character for lulz? What is the most rewarding thing that has come out of this experience for you and your team?
I'd say just putting it out there in the world, because in the past we've put out little projects here and there on like Itch and Game Jolt, but this was our first major release on Steam, and just being able to see that in the world and seeing people come in and play it, people that we don't even know coming in playing it and then leaving positive reviews and enjoying it, that was just really nice to see and pretty validating, I guess.
Well, congratulations on all the
Thank you.
success. It was nice to sit down with you and to learn
very
more
nice.
about Breach of the Abyss. Can you tell us all where we could get the game and Anomaly, if that updates out, and if we could play it right away?
Yeah, so Anomaly is out. It's available. The game is available on Steam now. And also will be coming to consoles later this year.
Ooh. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations once again. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember to stay tuned because we have more games, more developers right after this break.
It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Welcome the first ever event of its kind. Happy 10
years. Thank you, all of you.
We are going to have a live music performance.
It's time for some classic giveaways.
We have people from Argentina to Japan, from Singapore to Utah, Tenno from everywhere have come today to celebrate what makes being a Tenno so special.
Let's hear it for Soulframe, everybody.
TennoCon is a celebration of all that's happened this past year, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Voodoo Ranger Hard Charge Tea isn't your grandma's iced tea, unless your grandma is a world-class arm wrestling champ. Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged Tea. Hard tea with more bite.
Welcome to TennoCon, the first ever event of its kind. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pixel Power Play right here in Toronto. I'm here with Karina, and we're going to be talking a lot of games from Mighty L, which I'm kind of a fan.
Thank goodness.
I squealed in her ear when she's like, Mighty L. I was like,
I appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
But, you have a game to show us today that we're going to pull up the gameplay. But tell us a little bit about what Mighty L has been up to recently.
So Mighty L does a lot, and you probably know us best from a game called The Big Con. It was a really kind of indie breakout hit for our studio, and it was set in the 90s. Our new game, one of the new games that we're working on, you'll hear about another in a second, is All Systems Dance. So All Systems Dance is set in sort of the Y2K era. We moved up a decade.
I love that.
And if you think about the iMac sort of era, that weird, shiny, hyperplastic, translucent promise of the future, that's what this game is sort of set in. So you're living in a corporate city. It's controlled by a billionaire. And the only way to fight back against sort of this corporate control is through dance. So All Systems Dance. And the theme of the game is really similar to something like Tony Hawk or a game where you're trying to combine expressive moves together. But yeah, ultimately you're using dance as the answer to everything. You use dance to move around the world, you use dance to combat people non-violently, and you use dance to start a revolution.
Now, one thing when I think of dance is it's very colorful, and looking at your game, it is so colorful, and it has so much personality, just getting a glance on it. Where did the idea for this game come from?
That's a great question. We have an amazing artist who's very good at what she does. She also did The Big Con. So she kind of designed this character, the bright, chunky, chonky is maybe a better word, sort of effect that you see here is something that we really love to sort of blow up in the game. The other thing that you'll see is a lot of robots in the game that sort of follow that same design idea, but definitely anime inspired. We love anime. And, we try to make games that are fun and wholesome and approachable. So we have characters who look really different. They don't have sort of your traditional skin colors and maybe body styles. We try to tackle body dysmorphia through the game. So despite the fact that it's bright and colorful, there are some interesting themes to explore beyond sort of corporate control. And yeah, you'll see most of the characters are trying to use the bright colors to be vibrant and express themselves and kind of get you excited about dancing.
Now, I did see in the trailer here, they talked about different moves, dance moves.
Yes.
Are those things that you unlock throughout your progression in the game? Do you start off with certain ones? Can you tell us more about how that progresses.
Yes. So the dance moves are a really cool part of the game. We worked with real dance consultants to develop over 40 moves. And it's from 3 different dance styles. So like real dance that you would learn in a choreography in a studio is the same thing that you can learn and apply in this game. But it's way easier. So yeah, you can move through and unlock them. You can buy moves as well. So there's sort of a system to like accrue them along the way. And then you can combine them in different loadouts and custom battle modes. But the goal is to make it really easy for you to feel good while you're dancing and obviously to look really, really slick while you're doing it.
Look cool too.
Yeah.
Because dance is incorporated, I'm thinking music is another big factor for the game. How did that come about in your development?
Yeah, music is a huge factor. So we've always tried to do really bold things with the music in our games. I think with the Big Con, it was more specifically maybe illustrated by the trailers, but we did work with like Rockapella to do an original track, and like we've always tried to be a little bit weird. So for this game, we're working with the same sound team. They've made some really cool original tracks. All the music in the game is completely original, and it also borrows from different styles so that when you're dancing, you can kind of pick a vibe that, you know, maybe will suit you a little bit more. But we definitely use the music to help you figure out timing. It is a rhythm-based game, but you do not have to dance on the beat because we really want people who just want to feel the flow and freestyle to also be able to experience, you know, the music in their own way.
Well, I did see it says Revolution will not be choreographed, so I guess it goes with that too.
Precisely, yeah. This is about freedom of expression, the flow of movement, and basically, you know, being a fighting game without actually fighting. It's non-violent combat. You just use dance to start a revolution.
Well, that's really cool. I do see in the trailer as well, there's these little like robot buddies. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, that's probably Adbert. So there's a few robots in the game, and they are all sort of designed by this evil billionaire corporation to monitor you and kind of keep you in step. But there is one that's a little bit cuter than the rest. His name's Adbert. He just likes to serve you ads. Would you like to see an ad? Would you like to see an ad? So Adbert's kind of adorable, and you know, we all have sort of like a love for him. But then there's other robots that are really frustrating and hard to dance against. In particular, at the end of our trailer, you'll see a giant crab. And that crab bot is really, really hard to fight. But we're coming to early access in August 20th. And in that experience, you'll be able to see some of the different robots and kind of practice against them. You'll be able to see a bunch of the different dance moves as well. And you'll see how the different robots kind of respond to you as you move around, because they all have their own different movement and attack patterns. Yeah, you have to find a lot of different ways to confuse them and hype them and dodge them with dance.
Dodge them with dance. I love that. I love that.
Dance to dodge. Dance to hype. Yes.
Is there a favorite dance move in the game that you're like, okay, I gotta get that one on lock personally?
There is actually, and my team knows this because I use it in everything. But it's called circle glides, and it's just turning around a circle, going like, like this, and it looks really, really stylish. And again, in the game, you can use that move to battle robots, but you can also use that move just to move around the environment. You can use it to unlock and activate things in the environment. Dance is always the answer. So whatever you're doing, you just have to dance and it'll happen.
Oh, that's really cool. Let's talk about the environment just very quickly. You said that you get to interact with certain things in the environment. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so I think the best example is you go around and you can hack different points. You can activate different action points. You can activate different buttons. And a lot of that is typically done through jumping and maybe hitting something that seems a little bit more violent. In our game, you do it by interacting with it through a dance move. So you might do a grand jeté onto a staircase and open up a new door. Yeah, there's a lot of puzzle building in the game and platforming and sort of really cool things beyond the dance battle arena that you can explore, but you still do it all using the dancing mechanic.
Oh, that's really cool. I can't wait to get my hands on All Systems Dance as well. You said early access is in August, correct?
August 20th, yeah. So please go wishlisted now. We're coming very soon. And, you basically get a small price and a big game. And we also give you 2 early access dance moves that you cannot get any other way. So if you want to add those to your repertoire, you're going to have to pick it up on August 20th.
All right. Well, we're going to pick it up. You did mention that there's another game that your team has been working on. So we're going to get another developer in from your team to talk more about that. But thank you so much for chatting with us today.
My pleasure. And we'll see you on the dance floor.
See you on the dance floor. So while we get our new developer in, I just got to say, show some love. What's your favorite dance move? Tell us in chat, because this is getting me excited for dance. Right now, how are you?
Hi there.
How are you doing? I'm Camille.
Good, how are you? I'm Unai.
Unai?
Unai.
Umai, nice to meet you, Umai. Unai, you are here. We're talking about Missile Command Delta.
Yep.
Which is just exciting that your team is working on these 2 games. That's pretty cool. But can you tell us more about Mission Command Delta?
So Missile Command Delta is a reimagining of the Atari Classic.
Okay.
Where we took this arcade game and made it into a puzzle game, essentially. The missiles are coming down. They're threatening the cities. And you have missile cards. And it's a bit like a card game where you build your deck. You choose which cards to use, and then you have to tactically use those missiles to destroy the incoming projectiles.
Oh, wow. So there's a lot of strategy then in place for that as well.
Yeah. And then outside of the missile puzzles themselves, you're exploring this bunker and trying to figure out the mysteries. Why are you here? Who is launching all these missiles? And how do you escape?
So, it's giving me, I'm a fan of Mighty L, so this is giving me Mighty L vibes in the animation style. It looks very different. You have that cartoon animation. What is the story of Missile Command Delta?
So first, this is a game that we co-developed between Mighty L and 13am Games. The story, you mean the plot of the game itself?
Yes, the plot.
So you're a teenager, and you go with your 3 friends on a summer there to spend a weekend in this abandoned bunker.
Ooh. As one does, as a teenager.
As one does. And once they're down there in the bunker, they discover that things are happening. Computers are turning on, the alarms are going. It's supposed to be abandoned. It's been for decades. It's not the Cold War anymore.
Yeah.
But something's going on, and what is it?
So throughout their progression of the game, you start to uncover the mystery of what is exactly happening in this so-called abandoned bunker.
Yeah, and the better you do at the puzzles, and the more secrets you discover, the more you will understand of what is actually going on.
Oh, that's really cool. And it's coming out very soon as well.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel for your team to work with, other developers to bring this, to life?
Well, it's the entire experience has been amazing. Working 13am and Mighty L, we've been friends for years. We used to work together. And then working with Atari has also been amazing.
Yeah.
Working on such a beloved IP too, something that we've played since we were little kids. And being able to put our own spin on it, take the original message, the mystery that's already there. You see the original cabinets, and there's all these men wearing orange jumpsuits, and you're wondering, what is going on here? What's the actual story behind the missiles?
Yeah.
And that's a bit what we're trying to tell here.
So, you mentioned your team and yourself is fan of the original, and, Atari. How did that come into place? Was the idea first trying to expand on that idea from Atari and something that you guys love? Or was it that, you had this idea for the game and then you're like, oh, this is also calling out to our love for, this game that we played when we were younger?
So Missile Command was at the core from the beginning. Dave Proctor, our game director, he had this idea of could I turn Missile Command into a card game. So that was the seed of the entire project.
So you talked briefly at the top about that card game element. There's a bunch of strategy that has to go into place with creating your deck in order to then go into more of the puzzle solving side of things. How many, are there a lot of combinations that you could do for your deck? How much does that strategy play into the gameplay?
So it's quite important, but for many of the battles, we give you some cards already, and then you choose out of your cards, your collection, the ones you found in the bunker, you choose which ones to use for this fight. If it fails, you can just try with different cards, but it is important, so players should try to explore, find more cards, find more secrets.
I also see that there's dialogue selection as well. Does that play into, uncovering things about the mystery?
Oh, yeah. So you are there with your friends, and hopefully no one else is in the bunker. And you get
hopefully,
to talk to
hopefully that'd be really scary.
And you get to talk to them, try to it's not exactly a relationship game, but you can try to keep the friendship levels high.
Because, yeah, lots of tension, right? You're stuck in this bunker.
Everyone gets more nervous as you go, so you want to try to keep your friends stay calm, and maybe they can help you. Maybe they have noticed things that you haven't in the bunker. Maybe they can guide you a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, in order to uncover the full truth, you are going to need to talk to people and say the right things.
Yeah, we talked about the the strategy of creating your deck as well as the puzzle solving, but I'm also seeing a lot of interaction with the bunker itself. How does that play into your gameplay? Is it that you really have to pay attention to what's in your environment to uncover those mysteries?
Yeah, I think like some games I could compare this to are The Witness, Inscription, even Portal, Nonary games. Besides the puzzle elements of the missiles themselves, there are other puzzles hidden in the bunker, and solving them is part of figuring out the mysteries of what is going on here.
Do you have your favorite maybe character? Because it seems like there are a lot of different personalities that are within this bunker. Do you have a favorite character that you like interacting with, even if the interactions aren't that so great?
I did try to write at least the friends, the three friends, equally likable. I find that out of my friends, everyone who plays, a lot of people like someone called Adele.
Okay.
You'll get to meet her, and I like all three of them. They're my children.
All of them. Well, I mean, yeah, if you're writing them, you gotta love all of them. That's fair to say. That's fair to say.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely amazing to see this game and to see your passion as well, you know, coming from this game that you loved when you were younger and then just developing that further into this. It seems almost like a completely new experience. When can we get our hands on it, and where can everyone get their hands on it?
So the game comes out on July 8th this year, so less than a month. Pre-order it. And pre-order it. It's on Steam, on PlayStation, on Xbox, and on Nintendo Switch. So it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. You got to get your hands on it. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to have to try this out because I want to know what is happening in the bunker. You got to know. You got to know. But thank you so much for taking the time to explain this to us. Be sure to wishlist the game and check it out. And we'll see you right after this break.
It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open, warming up those fingies, and now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
TennoCon, the first ever event of its kind. Happy 10
years. Thank you, all of you.
We are going to have a live music performance.
It's time for some classic giveaways.
We have people from Argentina to Japan, from Singapore to Utah, Tenno from everywhere have come today to celebrate what makes being a Tenno so special.
Cheer for Soulframe, everybody.
TennoCon is a celebration of all that's happened this past year, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Ranger Hard Charge Tea isn't your grandma's iced tea, unless your grandma is a world-class arm wrestling champ. Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged Tea. Hard tea with more bite.
Hello everyone, my name is Marceau, or MD14 on Twitch. Welcome to Pixel POWERPLAY. For the next hour right here, we're going to be showcasing games that are not only playable here at Pixel POWERPLAY, but we also have some games that are also from around the world as well. We got quite a strong list of games to showcase. And not only that, all the games that are going to be announced here are also available to wishlist for you in one simple page that will be in the chat for you guys over there. Thanks Kitty and Heather for posting that link right there in chat. For the next hour, I hope you're excited to see some amazing games. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hi there, my name is Thomas Wilson and I'm the creative director and co-founder of Runic, a brand new Quebec City-based indie studio made of industry veterans. I'm here to give you a sneak peek of our first game called Heroes of Mount Dragon. I hope you enjoy.
Heroes of Mount Dragon is an action-packed, side-scrolling co-op brawler set in the world of Una. Una is a magical world filled with goblins, orcs, dark elves, lizard men, gnolls, and more. You get to choose from 4 heroes at launch with the release post-launch of 4 additional heroes. You have Oslo the Assassin, Eliodora the Ranger, Grog the Brawler, and Fennec the Warrior Monk. Each hero has a unique fighting style. You can play with up to 3 of your friends both locally and online. As you defeat monsters, you fill up your dragon meter. Once full, you can transform into a mighty dragon and unleash hell on the battlefield. Each dragon has a distinctive and devastating ultimate attack. The game contains a story mode in which you'll get to know each of the characters' backstory as the adventure unfolds. It's sort of a tongue-in-cheek to Dungeons & Dragons. The game also contains an arcade mode in which you can choose the order and the number of levels to go through from the list of levels you previously unlocked in the story mode. Last but not least, we also offer a competitive mode. In this mode, you compete for points by defeating enemies. The hero who defeats the most enemies wins the match. To make things more interesting, magic boxes containing power-ups and curses will appear on the battlefield once in a while. Using these items strategically can create chaotic and hilarious situations, like transforming your opponents into toads, shrinking their size, or inverting their controls, to list a few examples. Heroes of Mount Dragon would not be a brawler without epic bosses, and boy do we have them in store for you. So feel free to wishlist us on Steam, try our demo, or even better, play the full game when it comes out on June 25th.
Voodoo Ranger Hard Charge Tea isn't your grandma's iced tea, unless your grandma is a world-class arm wrestling champ. Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged Tea, hard tea with more bite.
I hope you've been enjoying the show so far. We still have a bunch of games to showcase to you guys, like this one right here.
Neo Harbor Rescue Squad!
Oh my. Oh.
You better not let me down, rookie.
Believe it or not, we're not done yet. Here's another trailer.
Welcome to Jackbox Games Direct. I'm CJ Tor. Since I'm a good boy who ate all his vegetables, I get to make this announcement. We're very excited to show you what we have in store for 2025. But first, let's take a look at what we did in 2024.
Jackbox Year in Review.
We launched the Jackbox Mega Picker, the Jackbox Naughty Pack, and the Jackbox Survey Scramble. Neato. Wow. But this year, well, we've given you 1 through 10. So if you're a fan of counting, you know what comes next.
Imagine a number bigger than 10. It's 11. It's Party Pack 11.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. My name is Warren, and I'm working on a trivia battle game. It takes place in a fantasy land where you and your team of adventurers will have to work together to survive an onslaught of trivia-obsessed monsters. Hey, Tim, what are you working on?
Oh, hi.
I didn't see you there. I'm Tim. I'd like to tell you about the game I'm directing this year. It's a social deduction game that puts every player on trial. Someone did a crime, and the only clues left behind are the details you've shared about yourself. Put your friends in the hot seat, but get ready to defend your own innocence. I know I am. What's going on with you, Brooke?
Oh, hey! I didn't see you there. I'm Brooke, and I'm excited to tell you about the game that I'm directing this year. It is a joke writing game with head-to-head competition. And you know what? You're gonna take something wholesome, and you're gonna ruin it. And we have a host who is bad to the bone. Get excited. Hey, Alina, what are you working on?
I didn't see you there. I'm Alina. I'm excited to tell you about this game that I'm directing. We're working up some new tech so that you can record sound on your phone and get it played back to you. You'll be competing with other players to see who made the best sound effects. And at the end, all your sounds are gonna come to life in this big final round moment. Chase, what are you working on?
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm Chase. I'm going to tell you about the game I'm working on this year. It is the coziest drawing game we've ever made. We'll be making simple drawings based on bizarre requests. Subject matter is delicious. Now let me get back to work.
Isn't that amazing? Each of the games in this party pack is a brand new original title that we are baking in our brain ovens and getting nice and tasty for you. Thanks for joining us for Jackbox Games Direct. Making these games for you means the world to us. Oh, and there's one more thing.
Imagine a game that stands alone. It's a standalone game. Yeah, we're making, well, just watch.
Come on, everybody, let's sing! I love to be a camper, lots of fun outside, going on adventures with new friends as our guides.
I love to be a camper when swimming in the lake. Nothing's ever better than memories you make.
I love to be a camper, but that's just a facade, because the newest counselor, well, he's a little odd.
I love to be a camper, especially with my bow. I can't wait to punish you. Now here is the info. Now, I don't want to freak you guys out, but I hear there's a psychopath roaming the woods.
marketing lead here at Xmatlo Studios. Our team has been hard at work developing and crafting the world of STRAND. STRAND is an upcoming sci-fi puzzle and adventure game where you play as Miranda on board the ARES station, and your mission is to investigate planet Vesta as humanity's potential next home. We are super excited to share more with you today and hear what you have to think. Let's check it out.
I don't know how long I've been trapped here. Days? Months? This place is twisted, locked in a time loop. But I find a way out, breaking every puzzle to solve this mystery. The clues are all around me, and I'll push myself to piece them together. And outsmart this station. Logic, observation, mechanical skill, even anthropology. This is my ultimate test, and I will conquer it.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
dark web. You will stream. They will watch. They will follow. Sacrifice yourself. What is inside of you? Cry. Bleed. Stream. 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 Stream your death.
Hi, I'm Chad from Reframe Games, here to tell you about Noxia Somnia, our 2D survival horror action game about understanding and overcoming mental health struggles. What's the game about? After waking up in a mysterious realm, Tristan is hunted by shadows that feed on anxiety and dread. Confront and overcome his deepest fears as he searches for a way out of this nightmare. Noxia Somnia is an expression of real personal struggles that allows players to confront and conquer the paralyzing dread we face in today's world. All the themes are drawn from the lead developer's personal experiences, developed in collaboration with a counselor, to tell this story as authentically and deeply as possible. So here we see how Tristan is exploring corrupted memories, teeming with nightmarish manifestations of his fears. And here we can see an example of one of the stalker enemies, the harvesters, who players have to avoid, unless you will trigger a chase sequence. Players should avoid the attention of these hulking harvesters throughout the levels before challenging them head-on at the end of each area. You can also grow stronger by finding new equipment, unlocking various combat skills, and mix and matching souls to customize your build. Here we see some of the fast-paced combat, which involves a variety of weapons, items, and abilities, including summons like your cat Greg. In addition to these collectible souls, we have hidden lore items to flesh out the story, as well as secret items that open hidden zones with optional boss encounters and items. Here we see our skill tree, which also plays into the dynamic combat and exploration. So what's new in Ultimate Edition? We have Ultimate Nightmare Mode, which offers players a more intense survival horror experience through remixed and expanded levels, new enemies, abilities, souls, and a post-game story that delves into the truth behind the realm of monsters. We have a slew of visual enhancements, reworked animations, a new lighting system, improved environmental details, and many quality of life improvements to make the Noxia Somnia experience the best it can be. Find us on Steam, wishlist, and play the demo today.
It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now.
Hello everyone, my name is Shala. I'm the co-founder at City from Not, and today I'm introducing you our new factory automation game, Brave New Wonders.
The world is gone, swallowed by oceans and forgotten by time. Thousands of years in the future, when traces of humanity has been buried. From the ruins of the old world, something extraordinary rises. Welcome to Brave New Wonders, a factory automation game set in a beautiful post-apocalypse world. There's no conveyor belts and inserters, but thousands of busy running AI automatons and intuitive commands. In Brave New Wonders, you play as a chief pioneer, a fearless explorer, to uncover ancient secrets and forge a new future. You get to command an army of automatons using text. Just type MyCrystal and deliver to warehouse. The large language model will turn your text into visual, editable, modular automaton actions. From conditional facility coordination to fully automated combat squads, your imagination sets the limit. Start from a small humble base, scale to giant industrial empire spanning across continents. Explore a shattered world of hidden relics, uncover the dangerous truth that led to the end of the last civilization. With a rich steampunk Tibetan art style, the world is deep, colorful, and alive with mystery. Each island has its unique challenge, from the haunting ruins of America to Europe's frozen science research center. Asia's volcanoes burn with opportunity and danger. Africa's solar oasis calls for restoration of a green paradise. Every expedition tells a story. Every decision carves your path. And watch your factory grow in scale and complexity. Technology isn't a checklist. It's a living, breathing monument to your choices, shaped by your exploration, your beliefs, and the ancient relics you discover. Will you prioritize green energy, military forces, or spiritual research? Your tech tree evolves as you make tough calls in moral dilemmas. Each branch tells a different story, and your people will remember them. Your ultimate goal? Build massive wonders. Mobile airships, colossal floating sun, and more. These are more than monuments. They are megastructures that challenge your logistics skills and bring unique bonus to your civilization. Challenge yourself on global leaderboards, collaborate in weekly events, share commands with the community. Whether you're a hardcore strategist or a creative tinkerer, Brave New Wonder rewards expression and mastery. Launching on PC via Steam in 2026, Brave New Wonders offer an over 15 hours of gameplay in early access, and then scaling up to 60 hours at full launch. This is a platform for optimization, creativity, and storytelling, powered by cutting-edge AI. This is the future of simulation. This is AI as you've never played it before. This is Brave New Wonders.
Peggy 16.
Home is where the heart is. But when you don't get out much, love can be hard to find. Open your eyes to an exciting new reality and date everything. Date objects.
I'm Dirk, and I'm your dirty laundry.
Date concepts.
Sup, baby? That's a fantastic red shirt you've got.
Glad it doesn't cover your sweet ass.
You can even date the game itself.
Hello?
Explore romantic freedom with everything in your house. Within these walls, the possibilities are endless.
Hello, you pathetic, worthless little wretch.
Fall in love with 100 dateable characters, each with their own unique story and voice.
There you are. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten me.
Just listen to that all-star cast.
You open your mouth and out comes Duck!
Oh! An interconnected world where you can date your way.
Lover slash friend slash enemy.
To unlock multiple endings that you can replay, share, and fall in love with again and again.
Date this, date that.
I need you, please, to flirtalize me. I cannot decide if I hate you or if I am impressed by your zoomies. Would you like to experience infinity, human?
Date everything.
You've never experienced anything like it. And you know, you'll never be the same again.
Sassy Trap Games.
Team 17.
My name is Evan Jones, and I'm the founder of Games by Stitch. Our studio is so excited to reveal our third VR title, Elsewhere Electric. We've fallen in love with VR gaming, but we also know that there are a ton of players that just want to play along. And this co-op game is powered by two players, one inside virtual reality and the other one outside on their phone. It's a deceptively tricky puzzle game that I hope you'll enjoy by being silly with your friends. So stay tuned and visit elsewhereelectric.com for more information.
At Elsewhere Electric, we believe in power. The power to shape the future. Our state-of-the-art facility is the heart of that future, and we need you to keep it running. You and a capable partner, that is.
I'll open up the van. Get juiced up.
Okay, I think I'm ready. Let's get in there. I see some symbols, a jellyfish, some squiggly pipes.
I think I've got it. Did that work?
Looks like it. 3, 2, 1, turn.
Ready!
Elsewhere Electric relies on teamwork, precision, problem solving, and efficiency. For reasons which will become immediately clear once you enter our facility, the true nature of our work cannot be revealed to the public. Your work may be challenging.
We're in.
Your work may be confusing.
I can see you. I can see you.
Your work will be dangerous.
We need to get this door open. There's something in here.
But it's a risk Elsewhere Electric is willing to take.
In the event of an incident-induced employee vacancy, a replacement installer will continue your work.
These sacrifices make Elsewhere Electric's important work possible. Because in our facility, power doesn't just keep the lights on, it keeps them from getting out.
Whoa! Ah!
Elsewhere Electric, a puzzle game powered by two.
what's up guys, my name is Sava.
I'm Ahmed.
We're the two developers behind Lotus Lost Memories. Really hope you enjoyed the trailer. You can actually play the game right now at Next Fest on Steam, so make sure to check us out. Until then, we got some cool stuff to show you. Enjoy! Lotus Lost Memories is a visual novel about duty, memory, and the quiet struggle to hold on to both. Set during a fictional era of feudal Japan, the story follows Atsushi, a young warrior competing in a brutal tournament to save his father. It's a tightly written narrative with a dozen distinct locations, villages, swamps, battlegrounds, each reflecting a piece of the story's emotional arc. Every scene is intentional, every line of dialogue matters, and the truth is rarely what it seems. Dialogue is the heart of this game. Moments like this, two friends talking under the stars, show who these characters are when no one's watching. Combat is turn-based, strategic, designed to fit in the pacing of a visual novel. You'll slash enemies up close, stab from a distance, use chained combo attacks, or prepare a step-forward strike to close the gap. Every enemy type plays differently, with unique movesets that force you to think ahead. And even during the enemy's turn, you are not passive. You can block in real time, if the cooldown allows, or throw a kunai to interrupt an incoming attack. There's tension in every phase. At its core, Lotus Lost Memories is a story about the weight of the past and what we do with it. There are no branching paths, no distractions, just one carefully told journey built to be remembered. Because some stories don't end when the credits roll, they stay with you forever.
Welcome to TennoCon, the first ever event of its kind! Happy 10 years!
Thank you, all of you.
We are going to have a live music performance. It's time for some classic giveaways.
We have people from Argentina to Japan, from Singapore to Utah, Tenno from everywhere have come today to celebrate what makes being a Tenno so special.
It's here for Soulframe, everybody.
TennoCon is a celebration of all that's happened this past year, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
earlier this week, Ubisoft Montreal launched Rainbow Six Siege X, the brand new overhaul for the tactical first-person shooter. Siege X introduces a whole bunch of new quality of life improvements, as well as the new 6v6 dual front mode. I sat down with creative director Alexander Carpe to hear about the brand new update that's available now on all platforms. Yeah, I think it's within reason that approaching such a momentous milestone, the longer that the game runs, the more overwhelming it can kind of feel for new players or, players that are looking to return to the game. What can you kind of tell me about the new onboarding process that Siege X might have in this celebration?
So Siege X is our moment to say with a lot of conviction, this is the best time to jump in if you've never tried the game before. Yeah. We've completely overhauled the onboarding experience so you can jump in, get a good sense of what the game is about with a lot of learning tools. This is also when the game goes free access, so you can jump in for free, bring your friends in. This game is better when you can play with your friends in a group. And we have new things like the new game mode, Dual Front. This is something that everybody starts at the same level. This is a completely new map, completely new game mode. There is no defined meta, so everybody gets to experience it for the first time, and it's great that veterans and new people can jump in and experience it all.
And something that you've already been talking about so passionately is the community. Now that you've been supporting this game for 10 years, and approaching a major milestone and introducing a brand new mode, what's the development process of an overhaul of this stature without excluding features or making long-lasting players feel excluded?
We're only here because of those players, and so we want to respect their time, we want to respect their investment, and that means protecting what we call the core of Siege, so that it doesn't go through too much change that we lose our identity. So it's about layering on those things that are important to the game. Destruction is so important, so we layered on destructible ingredients, fire extinguisher and gas pipes that are hidden around the map that can change the strategy in the moment-to-moment action. Completely updating the audio engine for the game, which is so important in a game like Siege. This is something that our community has been asking for, and it's something that's really hard to do over a short amount of time. Usually we release seasons every 3 months.
Yeah.
Siege X is really something where we had years to think about, okay, what do we want to work on and make as a sizable change? We managed to cram all of that goodness onto consoles as well.
Yeah.
And for us, this is just as important as the gameplay. It's the immersion, it's the tone of the game. It really actually helps with that heart-pumping action that you associate with Siege.
Siege X is launching with the Operation Daybreak, and as expected, there's a whole bunch of balancing updates. What are some of the most exciting ones for you that you're really looking forward to pushing out?
So we are releasing what we call a remastered operator. This is a character who's been released in the past, but we really know that we can do better. So with that character, Clash, we've changed her gameplay to be satisfying, not only as the player. To have a shield on defense is a really unique experience, not just in our game, but in most games. And we wanted to make sure that the gameplay there respected a lot of the fun and strategy that you would expect from the player playing the character, but also playing against the character. They're not somebody who's frustrating. So big changes coming to an operator like Clash is what we do with operators that kind of fall out of the meta, and we have to bring them back in and make them fun. And then we have a lot of micro changes as well that are coming, but we have systemic changes too.
And this is a pretty big one because I feel like so few games nowadays get to reach 10 years of support, get to honor a legacy that spans a decade. What does that legacy mean for you, for the team? What does that mean for Rainbow Six Siege?
For us, it means a learning journey.
Yeah.
This is something that we had no idea on the outset that it would grow up to be. We have millions of players. There's a thriving esports community now based around it, and a community, again, that is always sharing, always learning, and trying to master that experience is something that we as devs as well try to chase. We're trying to get better and better, faster and faster, delivering new updates, and it's a wonderful thing when you have that kind of stability with a game and you can look out into the future and say, yes, we want to go there. We want to try something new, and the community comes with us.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about Siege X. Really looking forward to it. And I know that the community will be as well.
Thanks so much, Steve.
Immerse yourself in beautiful landscapes full of poetry, music, and art. Explore a world of wonder and discovery. Where serene environments invite you to relax, while the world's cultures come to life. Welcome to an experience of total beauty, inspired by and filled with Verse. Verse VR, coming soon to Meta and Steam.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Congratulations on your new job at CosmicClean. My name's Ren, your relentlessly enthusiastic navigator. Together, we'll collect and recycle trash into treasure. Now, you may be wondering, how did all this trash get here? Space tourism. The luxury travel boom of our time. People can explore far-flung galaxies, visit distant star belts, and float through exotic nebula. But sometimes tourists leave space a little messy. But we want a neat and tidy cosmos, so that's why you're here to save the day. With your trusty space vacuum, our advanced recycling unit, and me, your capable assistant, you're equipped to make a real difference. Because every piece you process is recycled into toys for orphans. Be part of the only corporation that cares. Be a CosmicClean hero. CosmicClean collection and recycling services, because a cleaner universe starts with you.
Writing my thoughts down has finally given me a chance to process everything that's happened since Dad left. I miss him.
Of course he's dead. He's been gone 2 months in the bleached relics.
He's not dead. That girl is probably a rebel. I bet she could get me out of here.
Your father instructed me to lead you to his camp.
What? Why didn't you say anything sooner? This changes everything.
Would you like to hear another message from your father?
Hello, Rin. If you're listening to this, it means you're on your way to the bleached relics with Reef. Don't be scared. It will all make sense once you get here.
What's the worst thing you ever did?
Tie up my grandfather and steal his car.
Kill the rebel girl Nikki Extremis and bring Rindelore directly to me.
So what's the job?
The company wants a Garoza. A whole Garoza. And get these ingredients. Also whole, aka not eaten. Capiche?
Capiche?
Around here, the economy is food. And that means food is power. You want to go anywhere in this world, you go through people's stomachs.
What are you even doing here, Hangry? Do you even know?
We don't stiff a joint like us and not pay.
He'll be the talk of the underground. I, masticated it.
Are you killing me here? I promise you, son, you stick with me, you'll be the most powerful hunter in Zeta.
Just want to take a moment and thank our lovely sponsors for making this all possible. Unfortunately, our time is coming up, so this trailer right here is our last one. Let's see what we have.
I have 1,000 questions. Why did you come back?
I stood in the home I was born in. In that moment, I felt a connection. What happened here?
Madness and hatred and lots of it. Impossible. You must continue. We've begun to uncover.
Hi everyone, I am Jonathan Jacques Bellatet. I am the creative director and the art director on Hell Is Us here at Rogue Factor. So today I'm super excited because we're going to show you some brand new gameplay, some new sequences, and some new tidbits from the game that we've never shown before. Hell Is Us is a third-person action-adventure game that blends the old-school thrill of exploration and discovery with a deeply satisfying melee combat system. You're going to wield a lot of different weapons, master various skills, and strategically use your drone's abilities to gain the upper hand in battle. But combat is only 50% of the experience. The other half of the game is all about the exploration, the discovery, the joy that's related to them, and how they play a central role in your journey.
Do you know where the village of Jova is located?
It's in Akasa Marshes. It's quite a ways from here.
So you play as Remy, and you're returning to the country you were born in. The country is called Hadia, and search for answers, but only to find that the land is torn apart by a vicious civil war. With only a few pieces of information to start with, so you'll have to investigate to uncover the truth about your past and figure out where to go next. But unlike traditional games, Hell Is Us doesn't rely on quest markers or a guided path. There's no magical compass pointing you in the right direction, and there's no quest journal with, the shopping list of everything that you need to do and in which order. But instead, our player plattering approach encourages you to follow your own instincts, discover clues organically, and chart your own course through the adventure. In this sequence, we just arrive at a village called Jova. This is the village where Remy was born. He remembers that. He also remembers one more clue, which is his father was the blacksmith of Jova. So these are kind of like the earliest clues that you have in the game in order to decide what to do, where to go, who to talk to, and how to chart your own path into trying to find your parents.
Hey. Who are you?
I'm Rebecca. I've been hiding here since the attack on Jova, when the bombs fell from the sky. I was playing in the treehouse with my baby brother. My parents ran out and screamed at us to get down. My baby brother ran to them. That's when the bomb exploded.
So, I'm looking for the blacksmith. Do you know where he is?
I don't know him very well. I think he doesn't like kids much. I saw some villagers leaving with the ON peacekeepers on their white trucks. Maybe he went with them.
Hey, did you see where the white trucks went?
I watched the white trucks drive away. They took the road that turns behind the hill with the ancient monuments. We can see them from here.
So as you saw, we just learned that the blacksmith probably left with one of the humanitarian convoys from the organized nations, which are the peacekeeping forces stationed in the country. We've also found a map that appears to show a route coming out of the Akasa Marshes. So we'll stop here for now. We've gathered a few clues. We have a bit of an idea where to go next for our investigation. We've shown you how things work a little bit and how you can connect the dots. But, I want you guys to discover it for yourself when the game comes out in September. In this section, we're stepping away from the main investigation to explore the many hidden secrets and side investigations scattered throughout Hadia. You can complete the game without ever uncovering them. But if you're curious and observant, you might just stumble upon some incredible discoveries. Our core philosophy is simple. If your instinct tells you there's something to do, then there probably is. The footage you're seeing now showcases just a few of the many secrets woven into Hell Is Us. These are playful examples of how the game handles secondary investigations, but they perfectly illustrate our approach.
I'm only permitted to play Sabinian classics, I'm afraid.
Unfortunately, I only happen to know one of their dreadful compositions.
There are countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered. If you trust your instincts, you'll find yourself solving some truly fascinating mysteries along the way. Now, when we talk about player plattering, it doesn't mean you'll constantly need to overthink every step to progress. Many elements will be clear and intuitive, as our belief is that you actually don't need quest markers to navigate and advance in the adventure. That being said, for those who love a challenge, some of these deeper secrets will require keen observation and deduction to be uncovered. Good luck. Take another look at the sequences we've just shown in this video and share with us your first ideas on how to solve this last secret. Let's see who can connect the dots first.
I rationed his milk as long as possible, but ran out yesterday. Poor Uli is starving. I don't know how I can possibly get any more.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this new look at Hell Is Us. We're so passionate about our game and we've worked so hard on it. The game launches on September 4, 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. See you soon for more exciting news.
I don't remember when it happened, but I remember how I felt. Father told us to hide when they came to our house. She said the country was sick.
You're giving me hope, and it's everything I need. I don't wanna go, I don't ever wanna sleep. If we gon' set this fire, we gonna do it right, yeah. We keep it burning higher. We're gonna light this whole place up. And you know, when I'm with you, I am alive, alive. You make me feel you all the night, the night. You pull me in, you make me shine, shine. You make me feel you all the night, the night. The night. The night. I can't help me dreaming now. I hope that I won't wake up. I can't help me dreaming now. I hope that before the sun goes down. I can't help me dreaming now. I hope that I won't wake up. I can't help me dreaming now. I hope that before the sun goes down. When I'm with you, I am alive, alive. You make me feel you all the night, the night. You pull me in, you make me shine, shine. You make me feel you all the night, the night. I can't help me dreaming now. I can't help before the sun goes down. You pull me in, you make me shine, shine. You make me feel you all the night, the night. I can't help me. I can't help me.
You know that stories come from the night. So baby, what you wanna write? You and me gotta make some memories.
welcome back to Pixel Power Play. I'm excited to be here with Alex, and we're going to be talking about your game Strand. But first, Alex, how has it been being here at the showcase and seeing gamers testing out your game?
I mean, the show has been very generous with us. The testers have been amazing, always getting like good attention, good feedback. We had like a bunch of wish list as well, which is always
that's awesome.
Yes. And the organizers are very, very generous. Just gave us like everything we needed. So far, super smooth. Also connected with previous acquaintances, so it's always good.
It's always fun time when you get your game in front of gamers. But let's talk about your game Strand. What can you tell us about it?
So Strand is a narrative puzzler game. So you are kind of living the escape room experience, but numerically, if that makes sense. So you need to find cues and ways to escape a space station called Ares, who's subjected to phenomena that unexplained that distort space, times, and gravity. And as the lone survivor of the space station, you need to understand what happened to your crew.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's a mystery element happening there as well.
Absolutely.
Now, you do have Strand here, why don't you play a little bit for us, and then we'll talk through the experience as well.
Of course.
So let's get into the game. And for Strand, where did the idea of the game come from?
It comes from the book Stalker.
Oh, okay.
Good morning.
You actually
Your
experience
K9
like
system has been reset.
But not only that,
The station's energy is critically low. The crew is unresponsive. Please contact headquarters.
Gameplay where you face like unexplained phenomena. But obviously we have an explanation, but not spoiling anything.
We don't want to spoil it, but we want to see a little bit of it. So
of course.
You start off here. I guess this is your cabin?
Yes, this is your room, and as you can see, you are playing as Miranda Vigneault, a French woman. And just to have like a little wink to our French public back in France.
Montreal base, right?
Exactly. So you have to interact like with devices. So this is one of them. You need to find a password. Obviously, we're not too sadistic at the beginning. It's quite accessible. So let's dive into that. So as you can see, Miranda is a brilliant author, and she is sorry about this. Oh yeah, because this is English keyboard.
Yeah, it's English keyboard, yeah.
There you go. So what's cool about this interface is that you can really interact that smoothly. You don't have like a loading screens or anything, and basically those are the remnants of the conversation you have with your crew, and all of them has their own character. For this instance, this person is very reliable, very kind to you, and you have like the cold-hearted, more military superior you need to report to, and obviously some key members who are not that talkative. So you have like both narrative experience, but also problem solving and puzzle solving. For instance, you will stumble on one of them here when you need to find like some passwords and whatnot, and you will always have some cues scattered around. But it's important to notice that you have both lore-oriented pieces, so you understand more what's going on within the space station. You have like studies on each character, and some more important items that allows you to open like the vaults and whatnot. So I'm going to demonstrate how to open this one guy, and here is our mascot Kiki.
Oh, so cute. Keeping everything clean.
Absolutely. So everybody loves this little guy. Eventually we will have like a plush or something for him, since people just love Kiki, right? And that's our dear community who actually found the name of the robot for us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What's his name?
Kiki, the robot.
Kiki, the robot.
Yes. So here are some instructions to open the vault. As many people has already achieved that, we'll just redemonstrate how to open this. So we need to get the birthday this time.
So we gotta find the birthday.
Uh-huh.
I'm a huge sci-fi nerd, So I'm loving all of this already. Just seeing, you know, the cabin, the puzzle solving that has to go into this as well.
Yeah.
How, you know, I feel like that must be a real hurdle for a team to think of different puzzles to keep it interesting. How did your team manage all of that?
To build the puzzles, it was actually the hardest part of the game, because we had to make a series of logical events to build up to the resolution, like the solving of each puzzles. And sometimes it really scratch our head to find a way to make it believable and logical.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be this game who align just some random runes under the wall. We want to actually have a logical link between each puzzles.
Yeah. Even like seeing the book itself, like I don't know, it just seems all tangible to me, like things that I could actually feel and understand the texture, the little scratches that you have on the side of the book. It's just incredible attention to detail.
You can thank Antek, our second co-founder, for this, because he's been doing an amazing job in texture work and overall gameplay. He also did the music, and just to make sure the scope is understood, we are 3 on this project. So 2 devs and 1 IP lead, which is PR lead, sorry, which is Ali. You can meet her like during the meeting.
So we need to get the birth date in order to open the vault.
Exactly. So you gotta remember that
yes,
with me. Okay.
1905, 2435.
Let's go.
So 1905, 2435.
Right.
Hey, and here we are. Not bad.
And one more thing, that's the cracker here. We have interactivity here. So obviously we need the pass card that allows us to open like doors and whatnot to access other sections of the ship. And the more you advance in the story, the more cards like this you will need.
Level 1 granted.
So that would be like the Key9 device. How to say that? Using shit.
Like authentication?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it explains to you how to use your neural device, because it's ingrained in your brain. So everything you see, record, or download is registered in your memory.
Wow.
So now we have the card, we actually can access that. Since you have like the level required, and shocker, we have a level 1 card. So that's the kitchen area. Oh, super proud of this piece.
Yeah, this looks so beautiful. Like even the reflection of is that water on top? Yeah.
So we have different aquariums. We have a small one here, a bigger one here, with very, you know, seafood type of vibe. And we're very, very proud of this piece as well. So moving on, see, you have like some clues here and there. You have some kids drawing of the crew members, some unresolvable problems. It's just for the hardcore fans. And yeah, I'm just going to go through this.
Now, so you know the environments, like you know, we're on a ship, but you know this feels very different than the cabin. You know, how do you make sure that even though you do have that one setting essentially, that it does feel different as you're going through it?
The question is like, how do you make it different?
Yes.
So that's actually really sharp questions. We try to match aesthetic with functionality, because we do not want to have something that's purely aesthetic. We need also some kind of grounding in reality. So everything is thought to be like properly engineered. Obviously we're not engineers, but you get the point. It needs to feel like
there's a purpose.
Yes, exactly.
Interesting.
And we try to always have some nature in this kind of environment, because if you get to spend like a year aboard, you need to have something that reminds you of Earth. So that was another challenge.
Yeah, I see the plants there with the aquariums.
Yes, exactly. Some plants, some wood on the floor, and all those things.
So from here, this is another puzzle you're encountering, right?
Yeah. So basically, we need to solve that, and the question is, what is it? What is it made for? Well, one of the notes here like indicates that this would be used to translate alien language or foreign language, or even play with constellation stars shape, right? So this is how you solved it. You just play with those two handles, right?
And try to match each side.
Exactly. But since I already know the solution, we're gonna skip this
We have
part.
the cheat code here.
Yeah, a little bit. I have my own canine device, that's why. So there we go, and now we can interact directly with the space station. So I need you to pay close attention to this bar.
Okay.
Because whenever we use energy, say we are losing each points.
Okay.
So the question now is like, what's gonna happen if we lose everything? So you're gonna see that soon. Some batteries we can gather. Here you go. And this would be super useful.
So
and
like gathering some resources as you go along is also important.
Exactly, because some items will need some fuel to function. You'll be encountering all kinds of curiosity items. Like this is like a really cool key when you can actually play with each how do you call those guys in English?
Like you mean the key
tooth, I guess.
Yeah, each tooth. Yeah, each tooth, I guess. Yeah.
So here we go.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is like a good thing here. We try to match like a Christmas vibe with those kind of lights here, and to make this feels like a Santa workshop, so to speak, right? All right, and let's see what happens when we plunge it into darkness.
Oh no, we used up our energy.
Exactly. So
this
everything.
is scary.
I know. Most people were expecting some aliens to jump at them at some point, but see now this door that was locked before opens because it's an emergency room, right? This is the storage, so you don't want to be stuck outside without your food supply. And only one thing functions in this
An arcade machine.
Absolutely.
Obviously, when all else fails, play games.
But why is this working? Because see, it's unplugged. So when you activate that, this rewinds time in the space station, and this brings us to our second loop.
Oh wow!
Right.
So you're going through these loops, you have information, and you're keeping that information as you go through the next loop.
Absolutely. You don't need to rebuild like all the puzzles, resolve everything, since everything is stored in your K9 interface, which is here. See, we scanned that before. We know all the past, the cut, everything. So you can even add some screenshots, for instance.
Oh, that's really useful to be able to bookmark certain screenshots.
Yeah. And here you go. You can zoom in. You can delete that.
This is amazing. Like the game looks incredibly polished.
Thank you.
Your team is, even though a small team, like could put out something that looks AAA.
Yes, that's the thing we wanted to honor is players. Since we are gamers ourselves, we wanted to have like the highest quality standard for the gamers who are going to have their hands on Strand. We want to do the best product as possible at the most fair price as possible. And because we believe in loyalty, right? When we build like a community, you don't want to take anything for granted. So that's the objective here. And yeah, the music of the game has been made in-house by Antec. He's been composing the whole thing himself.
Oh wow.
Very awesome. He's also streaming from time to time, so we had like direct feedback from community. And you have one extra important piece here is you're gonna see. So let's start.
Okay, and then we'll go through this.
Yeah, I really need to look at what I'm typing. You have what we call like the secondary path, and this secondary path shows like low priority tasks. Why?
Oh.
Because you will access a series of hardcore puzzles. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So you have the sticker here, you have a reminder, it's not mandatory to finish the game, but this will give you the best ending.
Oh, so there's various paths that you could take within each loop.
Yes.
And that will have an outcome to the ending.
Absolutely. If you finish like the game vanilla, fine, you'll get an ending. But this, to unlock the best of the best, you need to solve those puzzles.
So the replay value is also there as well.
Yes, and it's to cater to everybody, because not everyone wants to tackle. You're gonna see that kind of beast here. Yeah,
I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh no, this is an intense puzzle.
It is. You need to add and subtract colors to obtain like the right combination on each rows.
And trial and error a little bit as well.
Yes.
We won't spoil this puzzle for everyone.
Yeah.
Because I want them to get a chance to play Strand. It looks so amazing. I think your team should be so happy and proud with putting this together.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Alex, for giving us the chance to see Strand. When can everyone get their hands on it and where?
So currently it's available for free for the demo. We have 2 to 3 hours, hour and a half for the top players on Steam. It's available for free, and within a year time-ish, we will release the full game.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Be sure to check out Strand as well. And we will be back with more developers, more games right here on Pixel Power Play after this break.
Thank you so much.
It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chap, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Welcome to TennoCon, the first ever event of its kind.
performance. It's time for some classic giveaways.
We have people from Argentina to Japan, from Singapore to Utah. Tenno from everywhere have come today to celebrate what makes being a Tenno so special.
Cheer for Soulframe, everybody.
TennoCon is a celebration of all that's happened this past year, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Ranger Hard Charge Tea isn't your grandma's iced tea, unless your grandma is a world-class arm wrestling champ. Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged Tea. Hard tea with more bite.
Some color with me, we'll paint the city red. Don't care what you said, let's go for a ride.
I didn't plan it, you know that. I didn't mean to hurt you, darling. I wasn't ready, we both weren't. But look at you, you're everything I want. Just give me another chance to show you. Please hear me. I'm just trying to tell you, come with me. And we'll be everything we want to. Just give me another chance. I know I should've known better. I know I should've never taken off. I know I should've known better. Cause when you're not around, everything feels wrong. When no one's ever treated me better, I guess I wasn't used to feeling good. I know I should've known better, but I didn't know I loved you until you were gone. I know I should've never taken off. I know I should've known better. Cause when you're not around, everything feels wrong. But no one's ever treated me better. I guess I wasn't used to feeling good. I know I should've known better. But I didn't know I loved you until you were gone.
Hello and welcome back to Pixel Power Play. We are checking out lots of developers and their games. There's a huge showcase that's also happening back there. How has it been?
It's been good so far.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. We're meeting a lot of new people.
It has been lots of fun, but it's also been fun, talking to developers like yourself and the games that you are showcasing here. So can you tell us about yourself, your team, and the game that you're presenting?
Yeah, so we're Phoenix Digital. We are a studio of 2 people right now, and we made Lotus Lost Memories. It's been about a year and a half of development, and it's a visual novel with turn-based combat.
Yeah, well, you were like, okay, so you were trying to explain the game, and you're like, it's a visual novel, but there's action, it's like a movie. Yeah. So it seems like there's a lot that goes on, and I feel like the best way to really get a sense of the game is to dive into it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's good. Let's do it.
All right, so let's go in. Can you tell us the story of Lost Memories? Lotus Lost Memories?
It's a very personal story. It's about the main character, Atsushi, who's in blue. He's setting off on a quest to get a herb because his father's very ill. And the way to get this herb is he has to win a tournament.
Oh, wow.
So the premise is quite simple. But when you're younger, you don't really know all the family history, the family drama, as you get older,
yeah,
your parents tell you.
Yeah,
like,
it's all secretive.
Yeah, and
we grew up the same.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what happened with you?
Exactly,
yeah,
that stuff happens. So he's about to go through that right now on this journey that you're joining him on. He's getting to that age where he's like,
he's learning much more about his family.
Yeah, stuff that he didn't know about or he was unaware when he was smaller. So so this is a little bit into chapter 2. The premise of this situation is his father gave him a task of escorting these villagers. It's very dangerous at this time on the road, and they just got ambushed by bandits, and now they made camp.
Okay.
So every scene we want to make it as cinematic as possible. It's hard to do it with pixel art, side scroller. So we always want to show emotion to make it as cinematic as possible. So we use text effects like the ones on screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see that they talk with and the text moves. Sometimes it's like red. Sometimes it's
like there's coloration there, movement in the text.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to hear it, you also there's like a typewriter effect. And when they are angry, the pitch will go down. So it's like they say it with effort.
Now, going into a story like this, what inspired your team to create something like this, you and your partner?
So we love stories like we're obsessed with it. We love like Attack on Titan, any world building, character arc, Avatar: The Last Airbender, anything emotional. And we chose the setting feudal Japan because we just finished watching as a studio. We watched Shogun.
Oh yeah, good show.
A very good show.
Yeah.
And we played a Katana Zero.
Okay, yeah.
So 2 great games and we wanted to show and kind of make a story that we like and do it the way we want. So.
Oh, that's cool. Now, as you're going through this, of course, you have the different characters. What would you say, like, how is it building out the different personalities of the characters? Because, you know, you're a two-person team, so it's a lot from programming, creating the art, creating the story. Was there, like, any hurdles in that development from any side for you guys?
a lot of the characters you see right now in the final product, they've changed like 2-3 times. Like their personality was totally different in the beginning.
Yeah.
And to find like the final one, we had to do a lot of testing, see what resonated with us and a lot of people, the testers. So it was a lot of just, you know, like this isn't set right. This is not how they would react. We had to rewrite a lot of dialogue again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, actually, you're about to do a combat scenario where you fight the bandit and the bandit leader.
Yeah. So how does the combat work?
So I mentioned it was like with turn-based combat.
Yeah.
So usually visual novels are point and click or puzzle. We wanted to have like turn-based combat, but it also has like a fusion with action.
Oh, cool.
So like Claire Obscurus 33, there's quick time events, right? So what happens is there's always moves to pick from, and from those moves you have a certain amount of stamina that they take and a certain amount of damage they do. So right here, the bandit leader is explaining to you that while you came to check out who made the noise or whatever, we're attacking your camp basically.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
those villagers are in.
Now, as you go through these different story beats and the discovery of like what really your family is about, does that affect your progression or like combat throughout the game?
So as it progresses, you're gonna get more moves, and they'll be about his journey. So he'll learn things from his opponents that he fights, and he'll learn these things that someone might teach him that he may not know who it is.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and we really try to build the world as well as the story so that it feels like it's lived in, and there's like a lot of side characters and their own stories, and it makes sense with like their motivations.
Oh, thank you so much. So we're getting into combat territory, right?
Yeah.
So how does this work?
So right now you can see these flames. They represent your stamina, and you can see the kunai on the board. They represent your ammo for your ranged attack. So if you hover over moves, you can see like a description of what they do, and there's 3 different categories of moves. In this fight, you have 5, but in the full game, you'll have up to 10 that you'll unlock more. So usually it starts off, battles are always one-on-one. It's always duels. So you're always going to have just one opponent, and you get to focus on that fight. So they just move towards you. So you have 2 moves that you can do whenever you want. One is a block. So that has a cooldown. And this can always be used to defend yourself against enemy attacks. And you also have a range attack, which you can throw.
Yeah,
and you just saw the kunai disappear
kunai,
from the
and
board.
then you also see like you're less on that kunai ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that kunai actually can be used to interrupt an enemy's attack. So let's say, for example, the enemies are going to attack me. I just threw a kunai out, and it interrupts his attack, and it ends his turn early.
Okay.
So it's kind of a high risk, high reward. So you can see when you want to slash, there's a chance of the enemy blocking, which would change depending on the move.
Okay.
So I want to retreat, and I want to step forward slash, which has a high chance of blocking, and it also takes 2 stamina. So that ended up landing, so he died. So this is actually one of in our demo, this is the mini boss and near the end of the demo. So this is like quite a challenging fight.
Ooh, okay. So then you're working your way again.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of like the enemies that you come across as you're progressing in the game, what are different variations that we could expect?
So the tools that we give you are quite simple. It's like it doesn't sound too hard, like the mechanics. The difficulty and challenge comes from the different types of enemies, and they all have different types of movesets.
Ooh.
So this guy, he's going to be a bit harder than usually other people. So he'll have a different moveset that'll send you flying like that.
Yeah.
But there's also like, for example, a pirate, and he has a monkey on his back, and that monkey's like very mischievous, and he'll do like certain moves, like throw a banana at you and stuff like that. You fight like ninja assassins.
So you got to keep an eye on the monkey.
Exactly. Like, keep eye on the monkey, like Jack Sparrow taught us. So I just hit 3 slashes in a row and.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ah.
So he's quite challenging,
Yeah.
right? So.
Well, yeah, you used your block, but the cooldown, you needed to wait a little bit before you could block the second
so
one.
we added that so that people don't spam, and
Yeah.
there is a bit of challenge to that.
All right, I believe in you. I believe in you. You could do it.
I'm the developer, and I've played this like hundreds of times. I still can't. Like, I struggle with this fight.
Now the Lotus, the emblem, that is essentially your health, right?
Yes. So you'll notice when I get hit, the Lotus goes down.
Yeah. It loses petals and.
So I'll have 5, and it'll reset every fight, but.
Ooh. Okay, there you go. Good blocking. One more. Ah.
I did not expect that.
There you go. Not yet? Oh my gosh. I thought you got him. There you go.
There you go. And now I just need to rematch.
And now this guy. This is like a brute type of enemy.
Yeah, so we there's different types. So he for him, the range attack doesn't work all the time because he's so big, he may not interrupt his attack. But it's all about like timing and repetition, I guess. You get to see.
Now, how has it been for you having different gamers play your game today? How rewarding does that feel for you?
It feels good, you know, after a year and a half of development to see if people actually play it and give some feedback, as well as, you know, that they genuinely like it. It feels good.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's why we have showcases like this, and we're able to bring the community out in to learn more about your games. I'm really hoping that you're able, because like I just see that one last Lotus leaf, and I'm stressed out for you. I believe in you. You could do it. There you go. Oh, this guy takes a lot of damage.
Oh my god.
No.
So.
No. It's a tough one,
it's
though.
A tough one,
it is.
right.
Because it's also, like that damage management that you essentially have to do to make sure that you don't lose too much health in order to get to that
so
second.
this bandit can't take too much damage from him.
Exactly.
And then you fight him after.
Okay, you want to try one more time to
Sure.
see? Now, you can't lose too much health here.
We really tried to get it very cinematic and get like the backgrounds, everything looking beautiful. So we spent a lot of time getting like Ghost of Tsushima was one of our our inspirations.
You
right?
could also I get that whole samurai-esque like the film style of like a samurai battle with this. Oof. And I think it actually works well with turn-based as well.
Visual novel, that's the reason we picked turn-based. At first, when we were planning this game, we chose action.
Yeah.
And then with a little bit of testing, we realized we want to take our time with the story, and it doesn't feel right if after an emotional moment, we go straight to butt-pumping, adrenaline-pumping action.
Okay.
This time.
You have a lot more health this time, which is good. The funny thing is, too, this enemy does not seem scared at all. We just killed his friend, and he's not scared.
He's used to this stuff.
Oh.
He blocked that, wow. So each move has like a different chance of the enemy blocking. So you'll see like for example, this one has a medium chance.
Yeah.
And this one also has a medium chance, but then this one has a high chance. So, and he blocked that. Perfect.
Oh, there you go. Couple good hits. Give some space.
Yeah, just make some space.
Ah, he blocked it. He's actually a really tough boss.
He has a lot of health.
Oh, there you go. That was a good block.
This medium chance is going for.
There you go. Yes. Yes. Yeah. It happened.
We did it. 3rd time's a charm.
So you were able to, fend off your attackers while your camp was being attacked.
Yeah.
And then we continue the story progression with the villagers as well, which we don't want to spoil anymore. But we do want to say you should check out this game.
Definitely. We our Steam demo's up right now for Next Fest.
Yeah.
And we want to release within the next couple months.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Be sure to check out Lotus Lost Memories because it does sound very interesting. And you know what? Even you're local to Toronto, right?
Yeah.
One of the things, like you were talking about, your family doesn't always tell you things when you're growing up.
Yeah.
I also feel like that's also like a cultural thing as well. So I feel like we're able to connect on that. So I like how you're also inspired by like your culture and like Toronto into how this story progresses. So I can't wait to play some more and to check it out. Thank you so much for telling us about the game, and be sure to pick it up.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back right after this break.
It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now.
Classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chat, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Welcome to TennoCon, the first ever event of its kind. Happy 10 years.
Thank you, all of you.
We are going to have a live music performance. It's time for some classic giveaways.
We have people from Argentina to Japan, from Singapore to Utah, Tenno from everywhere have come today to celebrate what makes being a Tenno so special.
Cheer for Soulframe, everybody.
TennoCon is a celebration of all that's happened this past year, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Ranger Hard Charge Tea isn't your grandma's iced tea, unless your grandma is a world-class arm wrestling champ. Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged Tea. Hard tea with more bite.
Welcome back to Pixel Power Play right here in downtown Toronto, where we're giving you a look at games that have been Canadian games that have been developed locally or in other provinces, but also sitting with developers like yourself, Antonia.
Yes. Yes.
We were talking gardening.
We were. Yes. My dad likes to garden, and his tomatoes are growing really, really nicely right now. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you were hearing about my rabbit woes with my garden, but we're not here to do that right now.
No.
We're here to talk about your game, Depowerball.
Yes.
Can you tell us what this game is all about?
Oh boy, Depowerball is a tactical competitive party platformer where the whole goal of the game is you want to win 3 rounds. Nice and simple. You win rounds by feeding the hungry dragon on the map various dragon fruit that spawn everywhere. The reason the game is called what it's called is because everybody starts off with the same set of 4 powers, and every time somebody wins a round, they lose a power as voted on by the other players. So there's this intricate balancing act that happens where you ask yourself the question, what the hell happens when I lose my gun and I can no longer attack someone? Well, you use your head. If you lose your shield, you have to be more evasive. If you lose your treads, you got to hop around more like a maniac. It's adapt or perish, right? You want to be able to adapt to your changing scenarios, and it'll get harder to win those 3 rounds, but it just tests your mettle and your game sense in a different way.
So adaptability is the key to surviving.
This is true.
Where did the idea of Depowerball come to life?
It was initially a Toe Jam game that I made with a bunch of folks way back in 2018 under the theme Winning is for Losers. And we took that theme to heart. We made the prototype, and it was a concept that I thought had a lot of potential commercially. With their blessing, I took it on, assumed the risk for funding, for development, for marketing. You know, the game's 95% self-funded by me, with just a small grant from Ontario Creates to sort of help us get going in the earlier stages. Which is why it took 7 years for us to get to where we are, you know. But it's been a fun journey, and I don't regret sort of any of the decisions that I made because it's all just a learning experience.
Well, you know, it seems like a worthwhile journey as well when I'm seeing all these cute characters show up, and you know, I'm seeing also your jacket, which has all of your Powerball characters in there. How many characters are in the game?
Currently, right now, the current version, which is out on Steam, which we released in 2023, has 9 characters. When we ultimately release on console later this year, I believe the total is going to be 13 or 14 characters. We actually have an unannounced collaboration coming with one of the characters in the game that will be officially announced when we announce our release date. And it's actually someone you might know. We can talk about that off stream.
Okay, we'll talk about that off stream. I'm gonna get the inside deets, guys.
There you go.
No, you know, the characters are very cute, adorable. It's so colorful each level as well. How do you manage? This is gonna seem weird, but how do you manage like all of that life from like the color, the music, the levels, the fire, the flames?
So the process for each level usually, again, I can't take full credit for everything. Obviously, my right-hand man, Fabio, shout-outs to you, buddy. You're going to be pleasantly surprised when you see this because he doesn't even know this is happening right now. He is a big mastermind behind sort of the logic of the levels themselves. I come in when it comes to figuring out hazards and stuff like that. He's very good, though, at figuring out sort of the game sense of the levels in terms of like how players are going to react to certain platforming and stuff like that. Like, you know, we have a level that's called the Pit, which is sort of our introductory level, and that level's been largely unchanged for the most part since the prototype, with just like a few minor tweaks because it's so good.
Yeah.
So you know, again, I can't take full credit for it. I do participate in a lot of sort of the design of the levels, but I run it by him every single time because he's got a very innate sense of
like pain points in each level and like what makes it interesting.
Yes.
Because that's the thing too.
And he lets me know it too.
Well, that's the thing. You know, you talked about hazards before, but yeah, that level design, making it interesting, making sure that players could kind of unlock the magic of each environment to work on their side. What would you say are some of the hazards we see, and maybe what is one of the hazards that you do not like if you're playing it, like that's really a pain point for players?
It's all about finding the fun, and so you know, when we're talking about level design and coming up with hazards, it really, you know, we wanted to introduce something that didn't affect the core gameplay to the point that it detracted from it, but it just became another predictable option for players to take advantage of. And that's the whole thing. It's predictability.
Yeah.
Because when you put randomness, sometimes randomness doesn't go your way and people get upset at that.
Yeah.
For example, one of our levels we call the kitchen, which you'll see briefly flashing on the screen in front of you. The dragon is literally stuck in an oven. And the only way to feed the dragon is to ring the dinner bell, which will then in turn open the oven for 7 seconds. And then you'll have that opportunity to feed the dragon before the oven door closes, and you have to go through that process again.
Oh my gosh. And when you say feed the dragon, am I feeding the dragon other players?
No, you're not feeding other players. You're feeding them the dragon fruit. Our original prototype had a live creature at the time, and we didn't want to, you know, it was like,
you're like, this is too real.
We were going to, you know, to make it more marketable, we need to make it, you know, better. So the dragon fruit came through, and it's like, yeah, the dragon's favorite food is dragon fruit. It's just transitive logic, right? You know,
it all works out.
It all works out.
Now, you know, bring about the music of each level. You know, obviously, if you're battling it out hard, you also want to jam out hard as well.
Oh, yes.
How did that music development come into this game?
It was a relatively simple process. We had a composer, Tom White, who he understood the assignment when we told him what we needed. But realistically, the process was really simple. In regular rounds, the music would just sort of be that upbeat, energetic music. But the moment that a player won a round and was one round away from winning, there would just be a much more intense, faster version of the theme that would play to just be that indicator to players, oh, crap, you got to get moving. And so, again, it's more simplistic music cues, but like it's enough to indicate sort of, you know, what phase of the game you're in. And then like the sound effects themselves are just goofy sound effects that you'll just hear. The stun sound is one of the funniest sounds I've ever heard in my life. And we've kept it literally since the prototype unchanged 7 years later. So
Hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Exactly.
Now, it's not all about battling because I'm seeing hearts as well in the trailer
Yes.
when you...
Yeah, when you feed the dragon, there's the indicator of who fed the dragon.
Okay.
So the idea is, you know, you want to be the person to have the glory of feeding the dragon fruit, because that's how you score points. So yeah, we just wanted to make a nice, fun little indicator showing that the dragon appreciates you.
It's appreciation from the dragon.
Appreciation from the dragon.
One of the things I appreciate in games is items that I could use to customize my character. What does that look like in Depowerball?
So we do have customization. And so the customization basically comes in the form of costumes that you can interchange. We have one of 4 options. So you can change the look of your treads, the look of your weapon, the look of your jetpack, the look of your torso, and it's all unlockable. We don't have a battle pass. We don't have anything like that. It's a premium title, and those, you know, you can create your customized character that you can just immediately take into online matches. And if you've unlocked everything, then you can use those costumes. Anybody can use those costumes in local multiplayer as well. Like one of the very first thing we wanted people to unlock, and it was a hot dog mobile. It is just a giant wiener that you're just driving around, and you're dressed up like a street meat vendor that you would normally see in like classic cartoons. You might see it here, but yeah. So just, you know, like the lore of the game is that there is no lore. We're just having fun.
We're just having fun. I was actually going to say you're bringing that Toronto street meat to Depowerball. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Hey, listen, if there's any street meat vendors that want to sponsor a costume, come find me. We can have a conversation.
Now, okay, if I'm a new player jumping in, what would you say, or who would you say is the best character that, you know, is well balanced to kind of give you a little bit of an edge?
Well, that's the beautiful thing. All the characters are balanced. The balancing isn't in the characters. The balancing is in everybody using the same powers. So realistically, when you're picking a character where when you look in your eyes, you don't want them to leave your side. It's your companion for life. It's the character where you look at them, you go, oh man, I cannot. You're my ride or die.
Yeah.
The balancing, it all comes in the powers that everybody drafts. So everybody will use the same weapon. Everybody will use the same aerial power. Everybody uses the same defensive tool, whether it's a ricochet shield or it's a one-way shield or what have you. And again, like, it's just that intricate balancing act of being able to depower your other players as they win the rounds and figuring out, okay, if this person is spamming me with the railgun so much, we're just going to take it away from them.
No more railgun for you. What would you say is your favorite character to play as?
So that's,
you know, the
so
cutest. Because
there you go.
The
so
cat's getting me.
The cat's getting you, and everybody loves the cat. I'm not a cat guy. Listen, realistically, for me, my soft spot is the goat. It's Billy. Toe Jam, you know, for those who know, the goat on a pole. Actually, I'm wearing a pendant right now that is a inspiration from Toe Jam.
Yeah,
Always know your roots. We got the goat on a pole here, wrapped up in our royal champion logo there. And yeah, you know, never forget your roots. But yeah, Billy's gonna be my ride or die all day.
Billy all the way. The cat for me. I'm sorry. We'll have to battle out to see who's the real goat.
We're here for another hour or so, so come on by. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you so much, Antonio, for telling us about Depowerball. How can everyone get their hands on it? Where can they play it?
So here's the deal. We are already out on Steam. So if you want to pick it up and support us, it's going to be on sale this weekend. Already started, actually, 25% off. We are going to come out on console later this year. Xbox One, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch. Watch out for us.
Whoa.
We're coming.
Watch out, because Depowerball is coming, and we're going to come back with more devs and more games right after this break.
It's more than a game. It's for all who dare to compete. It's more than a team. It's our team. It's more than a feeling. It's unwavering passion. It's more than just talent. It's the grind that got me here. It's more than a moment. It's our legacy. One city, one stage, one champion. The battle starts now.
classic. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, chap, this guy is cooked. Oh, pre-fire. Pop it open. Warming up those fingies. And now he's just not missing any shots? That can't be how that works. Moving on. Ooh, obelisk. And chimps in VR helmets. And a legally differentiated enough version of film score.
Welcome to TennoCon, the first ever event of its kind. Happy 10
years. Thank you, all of you.
We are going to have a live music performance.
It's time for some classic giveaways.
We have people from Argentina to Japan, from Singapore to Utah, Tenno from everywhere have come today to celebrate what makes being a Tenno so special.
Cheer for Soulframe, everybody.
TennoCon is a celebration of all that's happened this past year, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Voodoo Ranger Hard Charge Tea isn't your grandma's iced tea, unless your grandma is a world-class arm wrestling champ. Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged Tea. Hard tea with more bite.
Think of me and all the time we spent. Can we work it out? Driving down the coast with me, frozen in time. And that summer I felt like we were never part. It was silly of me, 'cause we both knew that you were leaving. Go and get your degree. And I stayed in the city. And every time that I hear your name, thinking what we could have been. Tell me, why can't it be different now? If we worked it out. Work it out. If we work it out. Work it out. Can we work it out? If we worked it out. Let's go back to that summer when we never had. Can we work it out? Maybe we could be with me. Work it out. Let's go back to that summer and we'll never part. Is it silly of me to think that we could still be happy and you'd be with me? Can we work it out?
In Rome, I finally got to see you again. In Rome, this time I'll never let you go.
everyone, and welcome back to Pixel Power Play right here in Toronto, where we're checking out some games from Canadian developers, and we're talking to a Canadian developer right here, Paul. Paul, nice of you to join us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm very excited as well to talk about your game, but before we do, we were talking about how crazy the showcase has been, just having so many people stop by, play games, and just interacting with the whole community. How does that feel?
Oh, I mean, it's great. I really get a great kick out of seeing people play the game, actually being able to talk directly to your audience. It's part of the best part. One of the best parts about being a developer is actually, seeing people hands-on with your game and seeing them enjoy it. So.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your game.
All right.
Tell us about your game and what the premise is.
Okay, so the project that I brought here is Spacepunk Survival. So I was executive producer on this project. I worked with a team out of Brazil called Tavern Tale.
Oh, wow.
And then our porting team was also out of the Czech Republic called Nedgecraft. So it's an
international project, yeah.
And so I was executive producer, dealt a lot with the QA and marketing on it. So Spacepunk Survival, take Doom and take Call of Duty Zombies, put them together, and then add in online co-op, 4-player online co-op with crossplay, and it's available on all platforms.
Okay, well, you won me over with crossplay, online co-op, and also Doom and Zombies. So you won me over.
That's what I'm here for.
What is the premise of this game? Because I see we're on a ship.
We are on a space station, which is on the moon of Saturn. So basically, there's all these alien monsters that are from this mutated chemical that's come from the surrounding planet, and there's just waves of these aliens coming at you, and you, as the title says, you have to survive. So you survive for as long as you can. It's like ultra late stage capitalism, so everything costs you money. You run out of bullets, you got to go buy some more bullets. You want to access another part of the ship, you got to buy that. You buy your upgrades, and then you just work together as your team. We have a couple. So right there, you're seeing one of the boss fights. We have a couple modes where the reactor opens up, and there's certain areas of the ship you can't be in. Obviously, you can pick your friends up when you're down, because what co-op game wouldn't allow you to do that? So yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Well, I'm seeing different weapons as well that you could use. 100%. Can you tell us more about the weapons and maybe your favorite one to use?
So yeah, I mean, obviously it's a bit of a boomer shooter. So obviously we have the very classic. You have your shotgun, you have your pistol, you have your 3-shot burst, and your rapid fire machine guns. Personally, I prefer to go with the 3-shot burst rifle. It gives me enough power, accuracy. I'm not burning through too many bullets. We also do have a special unlockable as you're tearing through the mobs. You'll unlock that. You can see that little bar on the bottom growing in some of those pictures. So my personal favorite is the turret, especially at the later levels, because you can get 2 turrets going. If you get really far, you can get 3 turrets going at the same time.
It could do the work for you.
Oh yeah, but not all of it, because you get so many monsters coming at you that even 3 turrets and you can get pretty hairy.
Okay, all right. So you got to pay attention. I know. I'm a fan of the flamethrower.
Oh, the flamethrower is beautiful. I mean, it is a lot of fun to burn alien monsters that are trying to eat your face. But
of course,
there's something about a turret. It's like, I'm a computer programmer. I like to do things the easy way, right? Like get computers and things to do it for you. So I default to a turret. I think all computer programmers probably are like turrets. Turret.
It's probably the logical choice too, because flamethrower, I'd probably burn myself.
Yeah. Or now, now I have a burning alien running at me, right? So.
That's true as well. With dealing with hordes, one of the things that I find engaging and important for me, because I do love horde dealing with mobs, whether it's zombies or aliens that are toxic, is the how the variations work as you're dealing with hordes and the different variations of enemies.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So I mean, once again, there's tropes and understanding. So we have our first mobs are very simple. They don't take too much damage. They're pretty fast. But nothing too much. Then next we introduce sort of more of a tank. Then we have ranged attacks. Then we have sort of super fast ones that are low to the ground, so it's not somewhere where you're normally looking. They also when they die, they leave an AOE, so you gotta watch out. Gotta watch out for that puddle of goo. You don't want to step in that and blind yourself. Then we get into flying mobs. We get into mobs that are just they're persistent. They're hunters. They just chase you down. And then obviously we do have some bosses. So you see the one there. He eats bullets for breakfast. And you also have mobs, your standard mobs coming while you're taking down that tank of a boss. And he also wants to destroy that reactor in the center.
Oh.
So if you let him do that, the rest of the game, you have no power. So now you're playing in complete darkness.
Which we saw a little bit of that there in the trailer.
There is a darkness mode, but that one goes away. But if you let him destroy your reactor, that is permanent for the rest of that playthrough.
Okay, that just messed with my mind because I was just thinking hordes, but they're actually attacking that reactor, part of the environment
He
as
does.
well.
He
does.
Goes there instantly. That he wants to be the most powerful thing around, so he's going to destroy that reactor. So he is.
Oh wow, that's a lot to deal with.
It is.
You also mentioned that there was a dark mode as well. Are there any other modes?
There's one where the reactor starts to leak radiation, so you can't be in that main room because it is that main hub. So a lot of people get used to sort of fighting in there and kiting in there, and we want you to move around the other parts of the ship, and some people will sort of just play that one run and even not unlock parts of the ship, and then they have to spend a whole round stuck in that little tiny entry room as just all of the monsters come at them. So there's a risk and reward situation in that. So yes.
Oh my gosh, Paul, this sounds amazing. I am a huge sci-fi nerd, and I do love hordes. I don't know about the attacking the reactor and playing in the dark, though. I'm going to have to deal with that, but that's why we play with our friends.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why we play with our friends as well.
Always play with your friends. Never kill aliens alone. But yeah, it is available on all platforms. So, go out, grab it, play it with your friends with the crossplay, and have a great time with it.
Well, thank you so much, Paul, for telling us more about your game. We're going to be right back after this break. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just want to take a moment and thank our lovely sponsors for making this all possible.
Been thinking about you and everything you do this time. I won't let you go. This time, I won't let you go. The only time when I don't feel like going home is when you stick around and hold me warm. I just wanna be with you, even if you don't want to, girl. You promise you will never let me go. Do you remember all the times we stayed up all night and dreamt about what we could be? You told me it was you and me, but now when you are gone, you won't pick up the phone. So tell me, girl, how could you do this to me? The only time when I don't feel like going home is when you stick around and hold me warm. I just wanna be with you, even if you don't want to, girl. You promise you will never let
That's crazy. Well, hello, Camille. How are you doing today? Now, this is where we play reverse roles. So you have no idea I was gonna do this on you. Now. So she's like, "What are you doing? Why are you talking right now?"
I was like, I was supposed to introduce the stream coming back. What are you doing?
Everyone, this is Camco. What's your name? This is Camco. All right, that's your name. Yeah.
Camille.
No, well, this is Cam. It says it right there.
This is
that's
Camco.
me. Oh, that's you. That's your box right there.
We're
this is
very
my box.
confused here.
You get your own box.
Okay, fine. But I do want to say hello, chat. Welcome back to Pixel Power Play, where we've been checking out games all showcase.
So many games, Camille. Oh my gosh, there's so many. This is overwhelming. It's too much.
Yeah.
I don't know what have we
No,
done?
there's never too much games.
No, you're right.
There's never too much games.
Yeah.
Maybe too much.
Not enough. We're gonna double it next time. That's not true. Please don't clip that.
Whoa, no.
Heather and Kitty, no, please.
But no, there's been a lot of games here, and the cool thing is it's also a showcase of Canadian games and games from Toronto.
Absolutely.
Marcel, obviously, you're no stranger to this channel.
Hey,
you're no stranger
Twitch.
to
Let me on the
Twitch
channel,
Toronto.
Twitch. Sorry, Twitch.
You're no stranger to also organizing Pixel Power Play. So I want to ask you a few questions. So I'm going to reverse it right back. Uno reverser.
Okay.
Uno
I have a
reverser.
card for that. Oh, you think you got me?
Bam.
Oh,
Bam. We're just dropping
You're
cards
just dropping
here.
cards now.
But no, like, why was it important for you to help put this together?
Absolutely. So I always found I always wanted to give opportunities for streamers in our Toronto community to give them a chance of a taste of what's out there. I'm very lucky to be able to go to like a PAX East or a PAX West, TwitchCon even, or a Summer Game Fest. And I always see like what's out there. I'm like, wow, this is so amazing. And I wanted to bring that experience back for them. I feel like just for me, I felt like I tasked myself as an organizer of like, oh, okay, how can I help with the community in every way? And this was one of the projects that I wanted to do, not only for the streamers as well, but also for the developers.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them like they fly out to these events and it's really expensive. I'm like, why are we flying out when we have people here who we could network? Like, why are we meeting? Like, it's so weird to me. I always find, I'm sure like yourself, you'll go to like an event. I'm like, oh yeah, where are you from? Toronto. Which part? You're like, you're down the road from me. How have I never seen you before?
How did we have to travel all the way to the West Coast in order to find out we're both from Toronto?
Absolutely. So there's been many times I actually met people on the plane. I'm like, oh, purple sweater. I know who you are. So I just try to like bring the branch, bring basically bring everyone together with not only opportunities but also help connect everyone with developers and especially local developers who make a ton of games. There's so many games that not only Canada makes from coast to coast, but like we're like, I don't know what ranking we're in, but we make a lot. And
we make a lot.
It makes no sense to meet at other events like outside of our country. So that was the problem I'm trying to solve right now.
Yeah, and I think a part of that too is, which is it's great that you created this solution to that. But like you mentioned, right, we have so many great talent, so much great talent here on the dev side that sometimes when they go to other events their games don't get to be shown because they're independent developers. All day we've been talking to developers where their team size ranges from like 3 to 11 but the quality of the games that they're putting out looks AAA. So it's great with something like this that we're able to showcase those games as well. And like there were a lot of games that I was very interested in trying out myself, which I will be. But
what's one of them? Give me one.
Depowerball looked amazing. That was really, really good. Strand also.
Looks crazy.
Strand looked like
the quality of it. And
the detail.
I think this is literally a team of 3, but it's 2 of them.
It's 2 of them, and then their
and
PR.
The PR, yeah. Absolutely amazing.
It's just crazy, the quality, like even the attention to detail, like the book you're picking up, and there's scratches on it and stuff. And because I'm a huge sci-fi nerd, like the loop.
Why am I up there?
Yeah, it's
what's going on?
What's going
I don't remember
on?
anything.
Why am I doing loops? Like what's happening? So
why am I French speaking? What's going on?
Why am I French speaking? But yeah, like there's so many great games that we are able to see today that I don't think we would have had the chance to if there wasn't this event today. So thank you for pulling that together.
Oh, and I honestly, I gotta say huge thanks to the developers for giving me a chance. They could easily be like, "Who's this guy? What does he want to do?" I had to give them a huge thanks for trusting me to doing this, especially also our sponsorships as well. I had to obviously plug them as well for making this all possible. But it's just a huge thanks to Steam because they like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I just want to make a 1-pager, please, just have everyone, because I also think that's also very important. Cause like you see, like you said, there's so many games out there, which is amazing. And you're like, man, what was that one game? it had like a bird in it or something like that. I'm just like, oh, you know what? Here's the page. Oh, it's Roost.
right there,
It's
yeah.
That's the game. So I want to make it as simple as possible, so that like not only that you try out the game, but it's easy to find the game for you as well. So
Yeah.
I want to make it easy as possible for everyone, and yeah, that was honestly the dream. And
Yeah, and then also like pulling together as well. One of the things that you might not have, well, you wouldn't have seen on stream is the showcase floor, which has been piling with like just a consistent amount of gamers and Twitch Toronto community members as well. I think it's just a great opportunity for them to just meet with developers because, like, you know, when you're starting off streaming, you may not have that opportunity, as you mentioned, to talk to developer, maybe get a code or opportunity to stream the
YouTube
game
content,
as well, make content for the
TikTok,
game.
for your socials and everything, you know. So
yeah,
that's one thing I was strongly pushing to everyone. Like, hey, make sure your phones are charged, microphones, like, come make content. And you never know what might happen. This might kick off someone like, oh, I saw you did this, and this might lead to more opportunities as well. So
yeah, it's great that you did that. Why do you think, in your opinion, Toronto has such a vibrant games industry?
I think it's because there's so much, there's like a lot of multicultural here in Toronto. It's very big. My family from Trinidad, and I feel like everyone just understands like, oh yeah, you're from this, and we like to sample everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like that whole diversity kind of like becomes like a whole inspiration for game making as well. We also have like I know about STRAND. I know like not only from Toronto, but they came from Montreal.
Montreal,
but there's definitely like a hunger for Toronto to showcase games, and like a lot of like there's a big opportunity right now in Canada to have events such as this and be a part of Toronto Games Week, and you know, have an opportunity to. It's easy to come to Toronto from anywhere because there's always a flight going to Toronto.
That is true.
Yeah, but you want to go to Timmins, good luck. I don't know. Sorry, Timmins. You know, but like it's
a nice hub.
It's a nice hub, but it's easy to get to Toronto. So I feel like there's a call for a big event or a big week of an event such as this, and I feel like we're doing it at the right time. So I feel like even though yes I know Montreal has a huge gaming scene, especially Vancouver as well. It'll be nice to do this like on tour for everyone. Like hey let's go to BC now, you know, or let's go even Saskatchewan. Why not? You know.
So Saskatchewan.
So Saskatchewan.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think like the diversity of Toronto as well as like you talked about it, like you may be born in Toronto, but you have that multi-layer of cultural aspects where it's like that all plays in. And like even when you look at all the devs that we had here today, there's such diversity behind the devs that I think make our games so special and like could talk to different communities that would feel unseen otherwise. So again, thank you so much for bringing this event together.
I'm just thanking for everyone for giving me a chance, and I thank you for also doing a wonderful job for hosting and everything, and making all develop. They came out with a smile and everything, so you get a passing grade.
Thank you. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. He's happy with me.
I'm just happy the day's going by, you know, right now. But no, this is truly special, and of course, like now I'm still in the moment. But when Monday hits, I'll be like, oh yeah, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, and how can we do it again, right?
Oh, absolutely. People are already asking. I'm like, can we just finish today first?
We need to give you a little bit of a break.
You need to finish today and everything. So
yeah. So
Heather says we're so proud of you. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. Yes, Heather.
Thank
Heather,
you.
I'm on stream. I'm at work right now.
I know.
Please
We don't. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And stream also like chat. Like thank you all for supporting throughout the stream as well.
Kitty and Heather for moderating. Thank you so much. They, you know, for every single game. I don't know if you were able to see, but for every single game, they pin like the chat. They pin the link for everything.
I did catch a little bit of that off the beginning. I was watching. But you know, I won't bombard you with like when is this happening again, but I will bombard you with how can everyone keep up to date on events that are happening around Toronto.
Absolutely. So right now you can go like down to in the panel down below if you want to join the Discord. You're more than welcome to, or you can follow us on Twitter. I'm not calling it X. Too bad. Twitch GTA. There is also a Twitch Toronto on Blue Sky. You should follow me on that. But yeah, Discord works as well, or just jump in the Meetup group. Meetup.twitch.tv, and then if you're not even from Toronto, you can find many from all over the world, like even Australia, London, Boston has their own.
Yeah, there's so many great communities.
So many great ones. And as for when this is going to be happening again, an event like this, in a future time, but there is another meetup happening soon. So.
Ooh, the tease.
Oh, there's a meetup coming up.
The
maybe.
tease.
Yeah.
The tease at another
He
meetup.
just tell us to wrap it up.
I mean, he's being nice about
But
it.
we're this is my stream.
Hey, I think you deserve a
No, I
break as
appreciate it,
well.
yes.
But like honestly,
Yeah.
the whole team here has
Yeah.
just made it so welcoming
It's
for
so
yes,
good,
the guests, but the developers. I see that as well. Our production team, just
Yeah.
even at the front.
Yeah.
You know, security that's helping out.
Security, he's
all-
chilling. He's having a good time, man.
Everyone's having a great time, and you know, thank you everyone that helped
Yeah.
make this together. Marcel
Absolutely.
as well.
One thing I just want to say as well, if Heather and, Kitty, if you want to check out any of the games that we've seen here, or even that were announced during the showcase as well, it's on the Steam page link. They'll post it right there for you because they're amazing. Check out all the games. Please wish list those games because the developers definitely deserve it. It's absolutely amazing games. It's going to be up for a whole week as
Yeah.
well, so if you want to check it out.
Yeah, and share that page as well.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone missed the stream or wasn't able to come out, be sure to share that. There's so many great games that we got to see today, and we're so happy that we got to see it with you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so
everyone.
much,
Thank you so
Marcel.
much. You're going to try to play some more. I know you didn't have a chance to play any.
I know. Well, I haven't had a chance to play, but I
You
did
have
see a lot of games.
Good luck.
Okay, guys, we gotta go because we gotta play games. But thank you so much for
Thank you.
tuning in. We will
Yes.
see you next time.
Yes.
And thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. I don't know if he knows. Or
Yeah,
not.
I think he's not. He
busy
forgot
ta-
about
he
us.
forgot about us.
He forgot about us, but you know what?
There we go.
Bye, everyone.
Meetup on